South Africa. And yes, thank you for choosing your Feel Good Breakfast show to start off your day. We are ready to entertain you between now and 9 o'clock. My name's Zoe Brown, and yes, I'm standing next to the one and only Carl Wasty. Good morning.
Thank you so much. You're a lovely intro.
Aww.
I love intros for this show on a Friday, and we're getting ready for your weekend. We've got such a jam-packed show for you today. In fact, we're going to do a whole radio meets TV thing.
We love that.
Oh, we love, you know that we love that. So from the Eastern Cape, we got True FM. They're broadcasting live in studio. And trust me, when anybody broadcasts from your Feel Good Breakfast show, look at them. That is not, I'm going to say it again, True FM do not have faces for radio. They need to be here permanently, okay? So you guys are welcome. But they're going to be here. Trust me, we're going to get them to cook, play games, maybe even dance. I don't know.
Oh, well, we want to delve into all of those hot topics with them as they'll be spending the morning with us.
Nice.
And we'll be getting them involved, like Racy said, in all of the incredible things. Also coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast show is another important one. We're going to be celebrating Freedom Day ahead of Saturday. 2024 also marks the 30th anniversary of South Africa's democratic dispensation and also commemorates the nation's first democratic election that took place on the 27th of April in 1994.
And that's such an important thing to really commemorate. So we're going to make sure that you exercise your freedom on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And of course, we've got Joe Berg coming through hot. We got DJ K Matt easing us into the weekend, plus a special performance from Orion Winter. And of course, we've got something else very, very special for you. Lenny Kravitz hits are coming through thick and fast as well. So this is going to be an incredible show. So we're so happy to have you. Zoe and I are ready. But Zanele, are you ready, girlfriend?
Morning.
Oh, I am the most ready, my beautiful Carl and my beautiful Zoe. Good morning, you guys. And hello, Mzansi. I hope you are ready because you can hear we have a delicious menu up in store, all in the name of making sure that you have a feel-good morning. But, you know, we always have, a whole lot of fun on the TV. And today it's even a true time. But we do want to hear from you on the social media streets. So let's go to our Good Morning Post. As Zoe said, we are celebrating Freedom Day that is happening tomorrow. So, my friend, we want you to come and play along with us on the WhatsApp line, 063-408-8863, as well as all over social media, hashtag Expresso Show. We want you to finish this phrase off. To be free is to be ... What is it for you? Okay, so let me help you out just with a few examples from me. To be free is to be rich. I want that Bill Gates money, you know what I mean? To be free is to be without load shedding. It's almost 30 days without it, I think, or possibly more. Look at us, I feel so free. To be free is to be on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Do the right thing and go and get it in. I know that you always love it when we get to read out some of your comments. Hashtag Expresso Show, but you can also send us that voice note. For now, though, we do need to take things into the hands of the news as we get the show started officially, and that's why Zoe is standing by with the news headlines.
Thank you, Zanele. Let's start off with national headlines. The South African Human Rights Commission, the HRC, says several actors failed to protect the human rights of the victims of the Beni Tavern tragedy in East London. The Commission in the Eastern Cape launched an investigation after 21 teenagers died in June 2022 in the tavern. The HRC published its report yesterday, in which fingers are pointing at the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, the Buffalo City Municipality and the police. HRC commissioner responsible for the children said if guidelines had been followed, the incident would never have happened. And staying with our local news, the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, says South Africa should focus on the quality of its economy and not just its size. He was reacting to forecasts from the International Monetary Fund that says South Africa will once again be the largest economy in Africa, while Nigeria will drop to 4th place. Godongwana says Nigeria, with its huge population, will in the long run once again be the largest in Africa. Godongwana says more needs to be done to grow the economy, but it will have to be through competence, not size. We now move to news beyond our own borders, where tourists who pose naked at one of Namibia's top attractions, the Big Daddy Dune in the Namib Desert, are picking up flack from several quarters. Some shocked local visitors are demanding that immediate action be taken against them, Kenneth Mpanda, Vice Chairman of the Federation of Namibian Tourism Associations, said their behaviour risks attracting tourists, and I quote, who think anything goes in Namibia, end of quote. Meanwhile, it's not yet clear who took the picture, and a video of the 3 male tourists prancing stark naked at Big Daddy Dune. And the windmill on top of the world-famous Moulin Rouge Cabaret Club in Paris has lost its sails. The distinctive red windmill blades fell onto the street below in the early hours of yesterday morning. The cause of the collapse isn't clear. Police say there were no injuries, and the first 3 letters of Moulin Rouge sign have also fallen off. The club has been a fixture of Parisian nightlife since the opening in 1889, and it is known as the birthplace of the can-can. And South Africa has marked its Freedom Day, which is tomorrow, and 30 years of democracy with a spectacular display in New York City's New York Times Square on the Nasdaq Tower, symbolizing the nation's journey and unity on a global platform. The event, held in collaboration with the South African Consulate General in New York and various partners, features an illuminating advertisement that graced the iconic Nasdaq Tower, capturing the essence of South Africa's progress over 30 years. As the clock strikes 6 p.m. in South Africa, that's about midnight in New York, the vibrant imagery showcased the country's beauty and milestones, captivated audience in Times Square, and garnered attention from news channels worldwide, setting the stage for a series of upcoming festivities to honor 30 years of democracy. Well, that is where I leave those headlines. Let's take a first look at your sport.
Thanks a lot, Zoe. Let's take a look at the sporting action, starting with football. Manchester City cruised to a 4-0 victory over Brighton as Phil Foden's brace propelled them to within 1 point of the Premier League leaders Arsenal. Kevin De Bruyne's early header set the tone, with Foden sealing the result with 2 goals before half-time. Julian Alvarez added a goal after the break, compensating for Erling Haaland's absence. And Guardiola's side, with a game in hand, eyes an unprecedented 4th consecutive title with 5 matches remaining. Now let's stay with football. The Spanish government has established a commission to supervise the crisis-hit Spanish Football Federation, the RFEF, aiming to steer towards stability. The National Sports Council, the CSD, unveiled a commission to guide the RFEF through a period of renewal amid persistent challenges. With Spain poised to co-host the 2030 World Cup, stabilizing the federation gains added importance. However, FIFA and UEFA have expressed concerns about potential government interference, echoing past suspensions on Zimbabwe and Kenya's memberships as well. Now on to rugby. The Stormers have announced the contract extension of stalwart midfielder, that's Dan du Plessis, until the end of 2026. Despite enduring injuries throughout his career, the 29-year-old has made 69 appearances for the Stormers. His family legacy, including his father Michael and uncle Carl, extends within the team, with cousin Jean-Luc also boasting 50 Stormers caps. Let's wrap it up with cricket. The Dolphins secured their spot in the CSA T20 Challenge final with a convincing 5-wicket victory over the Warriors at Kingsmead. Opting to bowl first, the Dolphins restricted the Warriors to 161 for 4 and led by Andile Mokhakane's 77. In response, Kaya Zorda's 49 guided the Dolphins to victory, with contributions from Grant Rulofsson as well as John Smuts and Jason Smith. They will now face the Lions in the final at the Bull Ring. That'll be on the 28th of April. That's it for your sport for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at your weather with Zoe.
Thank you, Wasty. In the latest weather update, the South African Weather Service has once again issued a crucial warning for the Case and the David Kruiper local municipalities in the Northern Cape. It highlighted the imminent threat of extreme high fire danger conditions in these areas. This alert serves as a reminder for residents to exercise extreme caution and implement necessary precautions to prevent the outbreak and spread of wildfires. Meanwhile, across the rest of the country, a different weather pattern unfolds. Warm conditions with light rain and isolated showers are anticipated, except for the Northern Cape, which remains under the fire danger warning. Well, if you have a beautiful sunrise view to share with us, do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. But let's get your weekend started with a first look at your temperatures for today.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso here on S3, and we are very, very privileged to have radio meeting TV, which is one of our favorite things to do, and we have the incredible award-winning, can I say that, award-winning True FM edition. Come on! Come on. Now, we have the talented bunch over here, and I can tell you that waking up in the morning is so important. And I mean, to be woken up by True is the one that you have to do. It's one of those things. But we have the gentleman in the center here at the helm. Him and I, we are very similar in terms of size, as you can see. You can see it, though. That's it. But, dude, it's so nice to have you along on the ride today.
It's Beyonce.
Thank you so much.
Hey, it's
good being here. Really, really good being here.
I see there's a sling. That's the thing. You work really hard. Is this a work injury or what's happening, man?
They said about says the injury in duty, so yeah, it is.
I thought so. It's one of those things. But are we looking forward to, you know, an incredible show as well? I don't know if you know, but we're going to get you guys to cook today.
Oh, we love cooking.
Is
We
that fun?
cook up the best breakfast every single morning, so bring it on. There's nothing you can give us to cook
I see
up.
what you did there.
Yes, you see.
Of course.
I love that. Well, True FM are here. We're going to meet the team a little bit more and find out a bit more details a little bit later. Plus, we've got some legends coming through the studio, and I'm hoping that some of these guys are going to help me out with that. But stay with us. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here in S3.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's the Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here in S3. I'm a bit softer now because True FM are live on your TV at the moment, and we love collaborating across different platforms here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And this morning we're thrilled to welcome back these incredible beloved personalities from the Eastern Cape radio station, of course. True FM, Sinazo on the mic at the moment, Boys in the middle, and Luyolo handling sport on the show. It's fantastic. The True FM Breakfast team have it's much to be proud of over the past couple of years. They are here to catch up a little bit more about their accomplishments and, of course, the latest developments as well. I'm going to try and jump into a live broadcast. I'm not even sure it's going to work, but we're going to try our best to jump in there, which is fantastic. But they are doing their intro of their show, which is fantastic. Best breakfast show at the SA Radio Awards. That's what they won recently, which is fantastic. And, of course, this is a team that was launched in 2022, of course. I mean, this win is going to be fantastic to find out a bit more. And we're going to jump into this particular conversation in the next few, so make sure you stand right there and just get ready, because this is radio in its natural habitat. I kind of feel like David Attenborough watching the radio DJs in their natural habitat as I stand here, do some TV. It's amazing and amazing. Luyolo, Sinazo, and boys doing what they do best, which is radio. It's lovely. That's good. I'm going to try and jump in. I don't know if it's going to work out, but let me just see. So I just walked
But of course, this is happening now.
it.
Anyway, welcome to the show. Do you broadcast with cameras every morning? You don't. Anyway,
do
welcome
now.
to the show. We'll get into it in just a bit. For now, here's more music. Want to find out where you listen from?
This is amazing. Did you see? They just did like a live radio link on TV live. Do you know what that felt like? It was like broadcasting Inception. It was just like, you know, you were just on True FM now, and then you understand what I'm saying. This is amazing. But boys, I was just saying, I did a proper like David Attenborough thing for you. It was like radio DJs in the natural habitat. You're award winners. You brought your award with you as well.
Yes.
What does that win mean for this particular team from your side, boys?
Firstly, when we came here 2 years ago, we came to introduce the team. We're a brand new team. 2 years later, we bring an award. What this means to us is that we've put in a lot of work within the last 2 years, and that we really have cemented ourselves within the breakfast space on radio.
This is fantastic, and you have indeed. I know that also your teenage as well, birthdays, and also, of course, this is amazing. So 16, I believe, is Sweet 16. And for a brand to be that strong, to really stand the test of time, 16 years, what does it mean for this team as well?
Wow, for the team, it is such a beautiful, rich history to learn from. I mean, it's a teenager in terms of, you know, the greater scope of things, but there are so many wonderful radio people who have come through the ranks before us. And for myself, you know, being new a little bit, quote unquote, in the radio space, it's absolutely amazing to work for a brand like this. And also, shout out to the people who have kept True FM going. I'm talking about, you know, your management. I'm talking about the people who've been there since the inception. I'm talking about content producers. That award wouldn't be here if we didn't have people like the Eletumtikis of this world, the Amongiles of this world, just people who keep things going, besides the pretty faces that you see here and the smooth, velvety voices that you hear on the airways. There is so much that goes into what the station is, and I'm absolutely so proud to be associated with all of that.
I thank you for shouting out the producers. I think a lot of people realize that, you know, it looks all good over here, but then when you actually focus on the fact that behind that camera are people making things happen, or behind these microphones are producers who work tirelessly, which is fantastic. Luyolo, of course, for your side, you're a sporting guy, and I think with any sport, we love a bit of competition. Apparently, 16,000 Rand is up for grabs as well, with regard to a certain celebration for True FM. Tell us a bit more about that.
We can't have a celebration of a birthday for True FM without giving away some money, chankura, bro.
Yes.
16,000 rands up for grabs, a share of 16,000 rands.
Yes.
The mechanics are already on our social media.
Yeah.
Our birthday was on the 2nd of April. There's a chance for a school to win a visit from OAPs from True FM, as well as the soil.
What? The soil, the soil.
The soil.
Not the soil.
No,
but
the soil. Yes. That soil. Not the other one.
Man.
So the soil can actually come to your school.
Yes.
But here's the trick. You need to vote your school in.
Yes.
In order to get the visit from us, and also the visit and live performance from The soil.
The soil. This is fantastic. You
All
understand?
of this is reimagined by the soil and True FM.
Woo! Yes, and that's what I'm looking forward to. In fact, I've done some stalking. I am True FM. It has to be sent to the SMS line at 39721. Is that the number? Okay, cool. You see, this is what happens when you do your research for interviews. Yes, man. But boys, let's talk about the fact that you got 16 years under the belt for True FM. This team is award-winning, and of course, this is all on the eve of Freedom Day. Just a quick one with regard to how important this particular platform, like radio, is to the freedom in South Africa, especially freedom of speech, because you are literally conducting a lot of interviews and you are sharing that freedom of speech every single day. How important is it?
One of the things we enjoy on radio is freedom.
Yeah.
And one of the things we enjoy is freedom of music, which plays a huge part when it comes to our listeners. And so to celebrate Freedom Day and being able to fully express yourself when it comes to how you speak, the music you listen to, what you can do, really matters a lot. And that's what makes the best breakfast show for us.
Oh, man, this is what I'm talking about. That's very, very special. We're on the eve of Freedom Day in this beautiful country, and we've got such an incredible team over here. True FM, they are 16 years old. Big competition coming your way, and these guys are going to be put to the test. We've got some cooking coming up. There's a cheeseburger bowl in their future. They don't even know that yet, but they're going to make that in front of me, which I'm going to love. But I think 16 is an important number too, because apparently 16 is also the number when it comes to millions. Tell me about it, Zoe.
Oh, Wasey, are you giving away numbers and hints? Because if you pick your lucky numbers and play Powerball and Powerball Plus, you stand a chance to win 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And those lucky numbers might just make you Mzansi's next multi-millionaire. Now, you can play the Powerball for an estimated 11 million rand, the Powerball Plus for an estimated 5 million rand. But if you want to win, you need to play, and that means you need to buy your tickets. There are so many ways for you to do that. You can buy your ticket in store, you can buy your ticket on the nationallottery.co.za website or on their mobile app. You can also buy your tickets through your cell phone banking or by dialing *120*7529# for USSD. But don't worry, we also have all of those details on Expresso social media pages. You're welcome to go and check them out over there, and make sure you get yourself in the running to win by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for an estimated 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. You have to panda, pusher, play. Well, we are taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We have the executive director of the District 6 Museum who's here to talk about their wear and tear exhibition ahead of Freedom Day tomorrow. And then, of course, we also have a delicious recipe. How does a cheeseburger salad bowl sound? It's delicious and healthy and unhealthy and all the right things in one. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you auditioning and getting ready for Tropica Island of Treasure? Well, don't let joint and muscapane hold you back. Deep Eat is your go-to warm-up solution and SA's #1 choice.
Oh, yes, and here's an extra incentive. The top 7 contestants heading to the island will each receive 10,000 Rand from Deep Eat. And remember, you can upload your audition with the hashtag Deep Eat and the hashtag Tropica and tag MyTropica.
Who knows, you could be competing in Zanzibar.
Yeah, it's time to reach your full potential.
Get Deep Eat and conquer the island.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. It is your feel-good breakfast show indeed. Welcome back. You're just in time because on Freedom Day, the iconic District 6 Museum in the Mother City will open an exhibition named Wear and Tear. The project aims to explore 30 years of freedom through wearable art, promising insights into resistance and expression. Now we have Executive Director of District 6 Museum, Zinat Patel-Kaskar, in our studios to tell us a little bit more about what to expect. Zinat, so great to have you here joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, Freedom Day, I know it falls on a Saturday, so we don't get to feel the public holiday like we normally would, but the 27th of April, 2024, it is a massive milestone for South Africa. That means 30 years of democracy as a nation. What does that mean for District 6?
It's an interesting one for us because it's not only 30 years for South Africa's democracy, but it's the 30th year for the District 6 Museum as well. So I think it just falls into place so very nicely. You know, when we started looking at the 30th year, how District 6 was going to interpret its exhibitions, we had to kind of reevaluate and look at what we've been doing over the last 30 years. So one of the things that we've done is we've reflected and looked at our work and to see if it's still relevant. And I don't like that question, whether we're relevant or not, because it almost imposes that some people are considering us to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
If you tie it to South Africa and the 30 years of the South African democracy, I think we need to understand that our born frees are now 30 years old.
Yeah.
They are grown adults and we hope that they are all active citizens. So there was all this hope when, you know, we started using those words born frees to describe a new generation who was born into a democratic South Africa, free of racial segregation, with all opportunities open to them. Yet we misunderstood that they carry the legacies of the past, and we misunderstood that we have a responsibility to guide them into this new democracy. So I think District 6 Museum plays a pivotal role in shaping that, because we are the ones who say, you know, this is an institution of living memory.
Yeah.
We can tell you what happened in the past and why you find yourselves where you are, and we assist with healing, and we do that in various ways: exhibitions, public education programs, participation, so many different ways.
And I love that. I love that you assist in the process of healing, because the born frees are still raised by those who had the injustice done to them. Now, let's talk about this new exhibition, a very exciting one that also is, you know, part of the reflection of District 6, Wear and Tear. Talk to me about this exhibition.
Okay, so Wear and Tear came to us through an amazing collaboration, and I'm going to name drop here. So
Please
we work
do.
very closely with one of our trustees, Benita Bennett, who is well known in the field of, can I say field of District 6, but curatorship, etc., etc. And it came to us via the Swedish Postcode Foundation and an international organization called Safe Havens in Freedom Talks. We are one of 4 countries internationally who are looking at different interpretations of freedom. And I think it's come at the right time because it's the 30th year. So we put out a call for artists to reflect on this and to produce a piece of art. And then Wear and Tear was born, and that's exactly how this exhibition came to be.
And why Wear and Tear? Because now this is wearable art.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So people coming to this exhibition, what can they expect from the setup?
So when you come into this exhibition, first you are blown away by the District 6 Homecoming Centre and its staff. I just have to punt that.
Yes.
They will come in and be confronted by art that has been curated through a series of workshops. You know, we went through a selection process and we narrowed it down to 8 artists who sat through a number of workshops to decide what 30 years of freedom in South Africa meant to them. And through these conversations, we could not deny the fact that there's a bit of fatigue happening. And I think as South Africans, we all feel it. You know, we came through this rainbow nation of hope. And then 30 years on, we're kind of really tired of certain things happening over and over and over again. And so what we're concerned about, or rather this was particularly my position, is you become concerned about the apathy that results as, you know, when you become fatigued about something. And then they took this and decided, right, wear and tear, wear because of wearable art, which was a big thing to do during our resistance campaign. We did not have digital expressions through social media.
No.
That did not exist 30 years ago. And the only way to get the message out was when you were in a big crowd at a mass rally or, you know, a march, you would wear something, you would carry something, either, you know, you would produce a pamphlet, but you would literally wear your art to make a statement. So this is a little bit of a tribute to that. And our artists have taken their images through, you know, and they've done it in really, really intentional and innovative ways to produce these, I'm going to say limited edition, will be expensive art.
Woo! Yes, yes.
And it becomes wearable. So you will have the opportunity to see the exhibition, to understand why it was curated the way that it was, and then an opportunity to meet the artists as well.
Oh, that's fantastic, because I think so often you only get to read about the artists, but it would be incredible to also have that moment and opportunity to chat and meet the artists themselves. So that is absolutely incredible. Zina, thank you for joining us today. Just to confirm, the exhibition is taking place at the District 6 Museum from the 29th of April, that is Monday, and it runs until the 30th of May, which is a Thursday. So all of those details are on your screen right now. So do go and visit their website, district6.co.za, but most importantly, visit the museum District 6 during that time frame from the 29th of April to the 30th of May, so that you can not only see, but experience and be part of District 6's journey.
Let's dive into a recipe after that, because I feel like you need to be entertained by a recipe. And the great thing about a salad is that when you think salad, you think, oh, it's got all my greens and my veggies in it. It's got that, but this is a cheeseburger salad bowl. It brings all the mouth-watering flavors of cheeseburger without the guilt, and it's a burger experience like never before. And Sinazo from True FM, of course, we got Radio Meets TV today, is going to assist and do all the heavy lifting. Sinazo, are you a chef?
The heavy lifting, yes.
Great.
Only in my private kitchen. Do not bring any inspectors around. Don't bring anybody, you know, trying to assess the quality of my food.
This is great, yes.
My nephew once said my food looks horrible, but he saved it for after the cameras were done rolling.
Oh,
so,
come on.
You know.
Okay, this is actually, this recipe is very easy, and I think that it just needs your personality. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to actually get this going for you over here. I want you to give me, we're going to switch, I want you to cook the burgers. So we're going to do a nice cooking show.
This is hot already.
I know, it's getting there. So please don't burn yourself.
Okay.
I would never forgive myself.
Can you turn this down just a squish?
Of course I can. See, this is why I'm here.
Thank you so much.
I'm a sous chef to you today.
All right.
Because we're going to do this together. Now, a cheeseburger bowl, the concept is all the goodness of a cheeseburger, including, yes, the burger and the cheese. But, of course, we're going to add all the other trims, like lettuce, tomato, croutons, and our fries to add that carb element to it.
Could you pass me a spoon, please? What I would like to do is just...
Oh, stop. Oh, stop. Wait. What are you up to there? What are you up to there?
English. My English data bundles haven't yet loaded. It's super early in the morning.
No, it's fine.
And you know, on True FM, it's Xhosa as well as English.
Okay.
So what I want to do is just press it down in the middle, just a little bit, so that it helps with the cooking way too. Something about heat distribution. I don't have the language for this.
But no,
but trust me, this is the best way to get this thing going.
But already there's a hack. Like already I'm feeling this, and I love this, because you want to have that beautiful center of your burger. You don't want it to be...
And you want that to cook through. So generally what your burger does is it's going to take the longest time to cook in the middle. Your edges are probably going to be done a lot quicker. So what you want to do is make sure that the middle is slightly thinner.
I'm blown away by this.
That
That's such a hack.
You can do that. You can do that.
And there we go. So
nicely.
While you do that, I'm going to make a little sauce for you and I to finish this thing off. So what I have here is I got some mayonnaise, I got some tomato sauce, I got some peri-peri sauce. You can choose the hot sauce that you want to add. You can do like sriracha, you can do some Tabasco, whatever you want to do. And then we've got some gherkins that we chopped up, and that's all going to go into a sauce, which is going to coat our bowl.
Okay.
All right.
So
that's what we're going to do.
First things first, mayo.
Mayo.
Excellent.
Mayo's going in first, and we're just going to make sure that this is Nice and balanced. So I'm only going to do...
Nice
look at you breaking it down.
Yes.
Okay. See, now it's a show and a cooking show at the same time, because I could see that's all the way down. That's some weekend cooking moves that I enjoy. And there we go. So this is our little sauce that we're going to use, and it's really simple. I just added those 4 ingredients into a bowl.
That already looks amazing to me.
That's all going to be incorporated.
I don't even need anything else. I think just myself,
if you dip the chips.
The patty, dip some chips into that sauce,
yes.
and I think we're ready to rock and roll.
There we go. So, sauce is done and dusted, all right? I'm also going to get our bowls ready in the interim so that when your burgers are out, and then once you flip those burgers, I'm going to need the cheese on top. So, oh, stop. You see, that's such a TV thing to do. I love it. I love it. Just you have to lift the pan and showcase, like, look at this.
I just don't want it to necessarily stick, but I do want it to get a nice, good, you know, browning or, wait, what do they call it?
Crust.
A nice sear, a nice crust.
Stop it. This is the best. Honestly, we should do this cooking show. It's going to be like True Cooking from True FM and Expresso.
I love True Cooking.
Oh, yes. So while those burgers are cooking down, I'm going to dress these bowls with our lettuce in the interim. And pretty much the lettuce is just going to be our baseline. Because remember, it is a salad. I feel like the lettuce is basically just for show, to like prove, hey, this is a salad. Because we're going to be indulgent. It's the weekend. I know you want to just look after your waistline, but at the same time, what you want is just that's all you need.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I think it might be time to
flip it over. Let's do it.
And
I'm so impressed with this little hack that you showed me now.
I'm one of those people. I've had so many little accidents in the kitchen with, you know, trying to flip something and then you put it down with a thud and then the oil splashes everywhere. So I do need a little assistance from my spoon. My lash has been trying to jump off of my face since I arrived.
No, but can I tell you, that's the beauty of it. It's like authentic and organic and that sort of thing. That's the whole thing. So don't worry.
If you don't want to be here, say so.
And
then.
But don't worry, you're good to go.
All right.
And yeah, so let me just use all of the lettuce over here, and then we're good on that front. So now we've got the base ready. I'm going to wait for the burger. You see that splash thing you're talking about? There it is. Oh, this is looking so good already. And I think what I'm looking for now is just those burgers to be... Can we put some cheese on top of those? Let's do that. Let's get it melted down.
Let's get the cheese. Do you perhaps have a lid or a covering for this?
See, that's such a good idea.
What you want to do when you've got your cheese in there is to cover it with the lid, and then that's going to help, you know, melt it super nicely.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't have a lid at the moment, so what we're going to do is just for a hack, just so we can try to get those off the pan as quick as we can. I feel like let's just put those cheese...
We could use this chopping board.
You know, let's just put the cheese on top. And so we can cut those burgers, and then we're going to put that into the salad. Oh, you know what I thought
you were going to do? I thought you were going to do that.
Well, I mean, you could do that if you want to. Go for it. Let's see what happens. I'm in the mood for anything, honestly.
Let's see what happens type of cooking.
I like that too.
Honestly, that is the energy that I have in my house. I'm like, what if I put pepper dews in this? Let's see what happens.
I love that too.
That's going to be the name of our cooking show.
That's our name, the True Cooking.
We just have a bowl of ingredients and we just choose a name and be like, let's see what happens.
I feel like
if we
that's
mix this with that.
This is great. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let that have some more time with the cheese. Sinazo and I will be completing this for you a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you want the full recipe, go to expressoshow.com. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Well, lady and gents, thank you so much. I can't wait to try out that delicious recipe. But also, don't go anywhere. We are taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. True FM is hanging out with us, and we're going to unpack entertainment news. And if you are joining us for the first time in Johannesburg, we also have some incredible artists, authors, and today is one of those days where we're going to connect with award-winning author to talk about a brand new book. So don't go anywhere. We will see you in just a bit.
it to the weekend, baby. And it is so good to be with you, Expresso family, especially as we take you into it on the perfect note. And this morning, we're getting a little bit cultured, I will say, because we're joined by award-winning author Ashti Jagat. She is a queen who actually decides to, just rule the world of novels just by entering into one competition with her debut novel and then coming out as the best emerging writer. I am talking about somebody who genuinely deserves everything that is coming her way, because the beginning has already been so impressive. She entered the HSS Awards and came out on top. And today we get to hear about her beautiful novel, which is Peaches and Smeets, which was set in the 1950s and 60s and follows the lives of the Indians who got to be a part of the Transvaal at the time, but had to get through all of those challenges to come out on the other side. Everybody, please welcome Ashti. Ashti, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Amazing, thank you. Oh my goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so inspired by you. How do you just take out a debut novel and you're already award-winning, Ashti? That's incredible.
Yeah, I think I was surprised as well.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful to the judges. And
yes. I mean, I feel like you should be, grateful to yourself because you wrote the novel. But what inspired you to actually be a writer?
So I've always loved reading, and I think the more I read, I probably wanted to reproduce something like that, because I also like historical fiction a lot.
Yes.
So I think I wanted to try my hand at it.
Yeah, and girl, you've absolutely killed it, because this is doing so well. And I genuinely feel like, it's something that when you write in terms of using passion, you can't go wrong, because it's you just laying everything on the page.
Yeah.
But then speak to us about what this means for you, because this is your debut novel.
Yeah.
It already won an award. I feel like that just means that more and more doors are going to open for you. What does it mean to you?
So it's a huge accolade, and I think I was very grateful and very honored, really, to be recognized by the esteemed judges, because a lot of them are academics.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a validation of the novel and of my writing. So I think the pressure's on now.
Yeah, it is. We need the follow-up.
Exactly. That's what everybody asks.
Yes.
So.
But for now, actually, it's okay. We will indulge in this. We'll read it over and over again. And for anybody who doesn't know, what is Peaches and Smeets actually about? And also, what inspired you to, pretty much be in the 1950s, forgive me, and 1960s? Because like you said, you like, writing in those prehistoric vibes, but why?
So I think initially it started out to educate my kids, really, about where we came from, because we live in such a privileged world and such a different world now.
Yes.
So I wanted to basically tell them what happened and the struggles and the challenges, especially for women, because that's a big theme in the book as well, where women weren't allowed to study and they were supposed to just get married, especially Indian women. But yeah, I think a lot of them overcame that and became quite successful, and I think I owe that legacy to me as well. So.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was going to say you're an example of that, exactly. But I think that's such a huge thing, because actually now that I think about it, I mean, I'm 30 years old, just like us celebrating 30 years of democracy tomorrow. And I don't think that's been a reality I ever had to think about. You know what I mean? So when you say something like that, it reminds me of the fact that once was what people were living through.
Yes.
So with us now getting to 30 years of democracy tomorrow, where do you believe that we honestly can learn and take away from this book in terms of what was in the apartheid era, that we can be like, what, we're super, super grateful on top of what you've just said now?
Well, I think as South Africans, we're generally very resilient with all the challenges that we have. But I think we're in a position now that we shouldn't forget that we're actually so privileged compared to where we came from. And I mean, the atrocities of the past can never be forgotten. But the discrimination and the injustice affected all people of color.
Yes.
But now I think we just need to move forward and take those lessons and not just be too comfortable, but move on with our lives.
I like that. And it is about looking to the future, but one of the biggest things I think is you always need to look back, right? To know where you're going, which is what your book does, which is so beautiful. But I want to know then, Ashti, because I feel like, you've really given us just a little bit of insight into what exactly happens in this book. Where can we get it?
So it's available in most bookstores, and then it's available from the publisher's website. It's Majaji Books website and a lot of other websites. So just Google Peaches and Smeets. I mean, you get everything, all information on Google these days.
Come on. So... I love that Ashley said Google me. I love that for you, Ashley. Hi. But for you as the writer of this beautiful novel, what was your favorite part of it? Both in terms of you actually putting pen to the paper, but also in terms of what people can take away from it.
Well, I think for me it was the protagonist Smita's journey as from a little girl and how she progressed. And I think I really liked writing about her growing up because it reminded me a little bit of my growing up, even though I didn't grow up in the 1950s and 60s.
Yes.
But like the teenage years and the challenges that girls face, you know, in general.
Yeah.
So I think that was the enjoyable part for me.
Oh, that's beautiful. Ashley, you're incredible. I think that anyone who knows of your story can be inspired because the fact that you came out and you're already doing so well, and which means, like I said, the road ahead is lit and we can't wait for your follow-up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It is Ashley. She is the author, actually, forgive me, award-winning author of Peaches and Smeets. You heard you can get it from most bookshops as well as every single website where you can purchase a novel such as this. However, friend, it is always so lovely to celebrate people who also take us back, like we said, in the name of us celebrating 30 years of democracy tomorrow. We're going to get into more of that a little bit later on right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But for now, my beautiful Cape Town family is standing by. Hello, pretty people.
Thank you, Zanele. Well, how does this sound? Some extra spending money ahead of some people's payday. Yes, you heard that right. Some people. Well, you know what? Some people paid the 25th, so that was yesterday. Some people only pays on the 27th, which should be technically today. Others only pay at the end of the month, and so it goes on. But at the end of the month, you know, it always approaches, and we all could do with some extra spending money. So how does the chance to win a 2,000 Rand game voucher sound for shopping?
It sounds perfect for you, for some people and everybody, all at the same time. Now, all you have to do is reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us what is one item on your wish list you check with Price Beat Promise. Please don't forget the hashtag. It's called GotGame, and please make sure that's added to your entry.
Oh, well, listen, not sure what we talk about when we say the Price Beat Promise? Well, this is how it works. When you purchase a product, thinking that you've gotten a deal only to see the same product cheaper on the day you've purchased yours elsewhere. Now bring that competitor's retail's leaflet to game and they will beat it.
Done and dusted. Okay, so make sure it's valid on the same day of your Price Beat request. And if you do need to know more, head to their website to redeem your Price Beat online. It's as simple as that.
Definitely, and you can get refunded the difference you paid, plus an extra 10%, giving you more bang for your buck with every single shop. Done. How incredible is that?
It is amazing. Any ideas of what you'd Price Beat?
I feel like every time we have this conversation, it's what's going on. We're in the process of packing, so I need those big storage containers.
Oh, yes.
Those massive plastic containers, I need Price Beats on that, because the cheaper I can get it, the better.
That is fantastic. I mean, I'm always talking about TVs as well, because every time I say, okay, fine, I need to upgrade the TV because the backlight is getting dim. Then I did that with a TV recently, so I do that. Now the backlight is getting dim in another TV.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, okay, now I need to go and do the TV thing again. So I would Price Beat a TV game. Unless I don't need to Price Beat, and in game you just say, hey, Carl, here's a TV. I mean, it's entirely up to you, game. It's fine. But, you know, that's what I would do. Definitely.
See, we all have a massive wish list that we need to go and tick off. But remember, you've got until Tuesday. That's this coming Tuesday, the 30th of April at midnight to enter. And who knows, that 2,000 Rand shopping spree could be yours. There are some T's and C's that can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
All right, let's do a promise of a great cheeseburger bowl. That's what we need to do. Sinaza from True FM is still here as Radio Meets TV. So a little earlier, we completed the basis of this. You had the most incredible burger patty hack for cooking it. You had a little bit of you made a well in the middle of the burger so it cooks evenly. So now we're ready to assemble, which requires you, Sinazo, to give it a chop and finish the dish.
Yes, of course. And I decided to take a little initiative, add a little avocado over here.
You used the posh version of Vakadu.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
this is how I'm going to do this. I generally have, you know, long nails and whatnot. So I've got these little hacks for the ways in which I handle a knife in the kitchen, and
You're brilliant.
It's just ways that keep my nails out of the food.
Well, this is great, and I'm happy because we're going to give this to Boys and Liolo from your team, because they're going to give us some entertainment news a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast show, which is going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to sitting down and chatting about some things, about certain performances that have been blowing some judges away on certain reality TV shows has to be added. So here we go. So what are we doing? Oh my word! Are you using a cake lifter?
I wasn't going to use a cake
Stop
lifter,
it! I like it.
but I can't find the
No, I want you to do your thing. This is what you need to do. So this is great. So you're going to be adding that to it and just spread it around. You're going to finish off as well. And if you want to get all the other steps that you may have missed, go to expressoshow.com, and we're going to finish with a final flurry of the sauce we made. A reminder of the sauce: there was a mayo, tomato sauce, a little chili sauce, some chopped gherkins. We all added that in. And look at this. Sinazo, I can tell that you are a chef in the kitchen.
Listen,
like,
I am trying to plate for my life here, all right?
This is great. All right, a full flurry, and we'll finish this in a moment. Stay with us. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. Let's give it a little drizzle. Yes!
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here in S3, and it is time to chat a bit more about some entertainment news. We have the incredible boys, the man at the helm of True FM Breakfast, and they're broadcasting live at your Feel Good Breakfast Show today. But let's talk about some entertainment news. It's at the helm of what we do for a living, so let's go. Right, shall we?
Sure.
We got the boys and boys.
We got the boys and boys.
That's right. Let's do that. Let's start off. I'm not sure if we saw this. That Britain's Got Talent performance by one of our very own. That was incredible. South Africans all around the world were celebrating this young talent. All right, stages of America and Britain and Europe. Of course, we've taken on all of them. But introducing Innocent Masuku, who performed an opera piece for Britain's Got Talent judges. I feel like let's take another look at this. You're going to need to see it if you haven't already. Okay, two things here, boys. Two things.
Yep.
All right. First thing, why wasn't there a golden buzzer? Second thing, can we have Springbok colours for opera? Just asking for a friend. What do you think?
I was looking forward to the golden buzzer as well.
Yeah.
I said to myself that he's going to get it. But also, when he started, I thought it's going to be, he's going to do stand-up comedy.
Yes.
I didn't think he was going to sing. So when he started singing, I was like, no way. He's amazing. He's amazing. I went on to check other performances as well.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing guy. I'm impressed. But, I mean, I also want the golden buzzer for him.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody, the entire crowd, after that, if you see the full clip, the crowd were like saying, hey, like golden buzzer, golden buzzer. But you know what? You could just tell that that's SA talent. And, you know, we're on these stages all the time. As you can see, the frame of the guy, you're just thinking, hey, maybe this is, you know, stand-up comedy, some dancing maybe. Never that operatic Pavarotti vibe. Wow.
That was powerful. It was powerful. I mean, the entire world is talking about this guy now.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
And I love our own. I love it when we get these opportunities to take our platforms and shine an even bigger light on our SA talent. So well done to Innocent. Now let's continue, because there's a world-renowned visual artist. I'm certain that you've seen this all over your timeline. Dr. Esther Mahlangu, who had a spectacular exhibition at the Cape Town Iziko South African National Gallery, celebrating her remarkable contribution to contemporary art over 7 decades. The exhibition featured more than 100 works, which have been loaned from international collections, carefully curated alongside a series of historic photographs and short film. Really, Dr. Mahlangu's exhibition will begin its global tour, stopping first at Wits Art Museum in Joburg, South Africa, before moving to the US in early 2026. What do you think, man? It's phenomenal, right?
It is beautiful. I've seen some of her work, and I am glad that finally it's always been global, but finally she now goes out there and shows us exactly what she's been doing for many years. I'm so happy for her. It's time we really take one of our own and say, this is our pride. More than anything, I also feel like she uses the culture to express herself. And so talking about freedom of expression, freedom of culture and tradition, this is exactly what we see. So proud of her. Really, really happy.
It's freedom exhibited as well, which is important.
It is. But also, if you check out the latest collection, you just wonder the talent and the amazing craft she has.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
That's the thing. And I mean, just talking about talent and craft, now we've got incredible artists, whether it be opera or art as well, but then we've got a lot of our artists as well taking their platform and using it to send very important messages to the community. And I mean, this brings us to our next story. Casper Nyovest. I'm not sure if you see what he's doing for gun violence in South Africa. He's used his social media platforms and he sparked a wave of shared near-death experiences among SA, and he expressed his concern and disappointment over the alarming rise in gun violence in the country. He actually wrote, the gun violence in South Africa is just scary. These people's kids, fathers, brothers and sisters that are senselessly getting killed. Criminals have realized that they can do as they wish and nothing is being done about it. It's just sad to watch and painful to live in this country which used to be such bliss to live in. And I think that's just an important thing for artists to do, is use their platform. I mean, we lost an incredible football star recently due to this. And I just think that for all of us, even if you work on a award-winning breakfast show, we have to use our platforms to, you know, to really send these messages.
It really is important also for people who've got so much following and so much influence, not only to influence people to probably go out and have fun, entertainment, but also when it comes to important matters, to really voice out their opinion, especially when it comes to gun violence in the country, which is seen on the rise. So for people like Casper to really come out and say, we've got to speak out, it's important.
Yeah, it is indeed.
And the voice is much heard, you know, on a large number of people and the audience as well. So it's always good.
And I think that's important for anybody in the public eye to use our freedom responsibly.
Of course.
And that's how we're going to do that, by sending the proper messages, inciting peace instead of war. It's important. And I know you're doing that in True FM Breakfast as well all the time.
We do every morning. I mean, it's always important to make sure that you send out a positive message every day, every morning, and we do that.
Yeah, I can feel that from you. You see, the energy is very similar. True FM Breakfast and, of course, Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show, all connecting today as we get into news, and Zoe is standing by.
Thank you. It's top of the hour and time for us to take a final look at your morning. Well, in fact, another look at your headlines. The mining company Anglo American has confirmed that it has received an unsolicited, non-binding proposal from the world's largest listed mining company, BHP, to merge. BHP, with headquarters in Melbourne, Australia, wishes to increase its share in the copper market amid the global increase in the demand for its metal. Anglo owns some of the richest copper mines in South America. Its board is studying the proposal and has advised stakeholders against taking any action before further announcements. Anglo American was founded in Johannesburg in 1917 by the late Sir Ernest Oppenheimer. And the South African Human Rights Commission, the HRC, says several actors failed to protect the human rights of the victims of the Inyoni Tavern tragedy in East London. The Commission in the Eastern Cape launched an investigation after 21 teenagers died in June 2022 in the tavern. The HRC published its report yesterday, in which fingers are pointed at the Eastern Cape Liquor Board, the Buffalo City Municipality and the police. The HRC commissioner responsible for children, Nomatlobi Kunana, said if guidelines had been followed, the incident would never have happened. And we move to news abroad. New York's highest court yesterday overturned disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein's 2020 conviction on sex crime charges and ordered a new trial. In their 4-3 decision, judges cited errors in the way the trial had been conducted, including admitting the testimony of women who were not part of the charges against him. Weinstein, 72, was convicted in February 2020 of rape and sexual assault by a court in New York and later sentenced to 23 years imprisonment. Bombshell allegations broke against the Academy Award-winning producer in 2017. And tourists who posed naked at one of Namibia's top attractions, the Big Daddy Dune in the Namib Desert, are picking up flack from several quarters. Some shocked local visitors are demanding that immediate action be taken against them. Kenneth Napenda, vice chairperson of the Federation of Namibian Tourism Associations, said their behavior risks attracting tourists, and I quote, who think anything goes in Namibia, end of quote. Meanwhile, it's not yet clear who took the picture, and a video of the 3 male tourists prancing stark naked at Big Daddy Dune. And Brigitte Macron, French President Emmanuel Macron's wife, is to be the subject of a new TV drama entitled Brigitte, a Free Woman. Gaumont, one of France's leading TV production companies, said the 6-part series would trace the storybook journey of France's super stylish First Lady. They met when she was a teacher at his secondary school and married in 2007. He was 29 and she was 54, and they are reportedly still as in love as then. The French press described her as one of only a handful of people whose judgment the president always calls on. The writers of the envisaged series said they wish to tackle it in an almost melodramatic way because it's a love story unlike any other. Well, on that note, that's where I leave those headlines. Let's take another look at your sport.
Let's do that and start with football. Manchester City, they cruised to a 4-0 victory over Brighton as Phil Foden's brace propelled them to within 1 point of Premier League leaders Arsenal. Kevin De Bruyne's early header set the tone, with Foden sealing the result of 2 goals before half-time. Julian Alvarez added a goal after the break, compensating for Erling Haaland's absence. And Guardiola's side, with the game in hand, eyes an unprecedented 4th consecutive title with 5 matches remaining. Now let's stay with football. The Spanish government has established a commission to supervise the crisis-hit Spanish Football Federation, the RFEF, aiming to steer towards stability. The National Sports Council, CSD, unveiled the commission to guide the RFEF through a period of renewal amid persistent challenges. With Spain poised to co-host the 2030 World Cup, stabilizing the federation gains added importance. However, FIFA and UEFA have expressed concerns about potential government interference, echoing past suspensions of Zimbabwe and Kenya's memberships. On to rugby, the Stormers have announced their contract extension of stalwart midfielder Dan du Plessis until the end of 2026. Despite enduring injuries throughout his career, the 29-year-old has made 69 appearances for the Stormers. His family legacy, including his father Michael and uncle Cardle, extends within the team, with cousin Jean-Luc also boasting 50 Stormers caps. Let's wrap it up with cricket action. The Dolphins secure their spot in the CSA T20 Challenge final with a convincing 5-wicket victory over the Warriors at Kingsmead. Opting to bowl first, the Dolphins restricted the Warriors to 161 for the loss of 4, led by Andile Mokhakane's 77. In response, Kaya Zondo's 49 guided the Dolphins to victory, with contributions from Grant Rulofsson, John Smuts, as well as Jason Smith. They will now face the Lions in the final at the Bullring on the 28th of April. That's a wrap of your sport for now. Another update in 1 hour. But of course, if you're heading to work, this is what's ahead of you. Zoe has all those details.
Thank you, Wasty. Well, let's start off with traffic in Pretoria. There's some heavy congestion on the N1 southbound. It's before Rigel Avenue, resulting in slow-moving traffic. please maintain a safe following distance and allow for more travel time. If you're in Woodlands, Johannesburg, there's been an accident on the N1 northbound after the Buccleuch interchange. 3 right lanes are closed. This is going to cause heavy delays, so add additional travel time and perhaps use an alternative route. That's your traffic. Let's take another look at your weather. And in the latest weather update, the South African Weather Service has once again issued a crucial warning for the Case and the David Kruger local municipalities in the Northern Cape. It highlighted the imminent threat of extreme high fire danger conditions in these areas. This alert serves as a reminder for residents to exercise extreme caution and implement necessary precautions to prevent the outbreak and spread of wildfires. Meanwhile, across the rest of the country, a different weather pattern unfolds. Warm conditions with light rain and isolated showers are anticipated, except for the Northern Cape, which remains under the fire danger warning. Well, it is that time of the morning where the sun rises, and we love to see those views that you share with us. Malusi from Gwala in the Eastern Cape shared this beautiful sunrise view. Look at the cloud cover as well as the ocean and, of course, that sunrise. Well, if you would love to share yours with us, feel free to do so. Our number is 063-408-8863. But let's take a look at your temperatures for your Friday.
That soft guitar when you're looking at your temperatures, and Hannah upping to 35. Gee, was you still up there, still in summer?
Definitely,
honestly.
Definitely. Oh, well, listen, speaking of summer, perhaps you could dream of going on a summer holiday since we are approaching winter, but you can only do that if you play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Friday. That is today, and who knows, so those lucky numbers could make you Mzansi's next multi-millionaire.
So if you want to play Powerball, because I know you want to, when I tell you that there's an estimated 11 million rand available to you on Powerball. Powerball Plus, an estimated 5 million rand. But if you do want to win, you're going to need to play, and this is how you play.
Definitely. Buy your tickets today in store. Go online at the nationallottery.co.za website. That's another way for you to buy it. Use their mobile app. You can also buy tickets through your cell phone banking, or another way is simply dialing *120*7529# for USSD.
There we go. If that was an information overload, don't worry. Our Expresso social media team have put that all on our pages, so don't worry, it's there for you. Make sure you get yourself in the running to win by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for an estimated 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots. That's the day. So Panda, Pusha, play. Good luck.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe there's so much money on the line and you're not going to take a hold of it. Friend, go and play. I hope that you win, crossing fingers for you. You're already winning though just by being here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're coming to you live on this side from the Samsung showroom at Design Quarter in Johannesburg. And today, my lovely, we still got such things in store for you that you genuinely do need to stick around. So first and foremost, let me tell you about the queen that is K-Mat. You actually need to see her hair today. I think it encompasses the artist that she is, and she's also going to be entertaining us, which is so incredible, along with us getting to know her. But then, a little bit later on, we also get to hear from Paul Adams, who chats about the impact of cricket in South Africa. Stick around for it, because you deserve all of this and more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Happy Friday. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. And today, our TV show meets radio. True FM breakfast are in the house. We've got Sinazo and boys who are at that table over there saying hello to you live on radio air. But of course, on your TV, we also have the very talented Luyolo, who is the sport anchor on the breakfast show. Award-winning, I might add. But we also have our special guest alongside him. Paul Adams is here. Please give him a massive round of applause. It's Jorge! Come on! Yes, man.
The legend.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yes. So, Paul, welcome. It's good to see you.
No, thank you.
He still looks good.
Hey, man.
The same. But we saw him on TV. The same.
The handshake had a spin to it.
I cut the hair short so you don't see the grey.
Oh,
but I'm around.
Looking fresh.
Very fresh. But let's set the scene over here. So as we celebrate the remarkable milestone of 30 years of democracy in South Africa, it provides us with a valuable opportunity to reflect on the profound changes that have shaped the sporting landscape over the past 3 decades. So we need to just honor one of the individuals who has been a part of those 3 decades. I'm not making him sound old. I promise you, I'm not doing that. I won't. But yes, in the context of let's just say, the freedom, in this country as well. Cricket has been a place where I believe a lot of people have entered and have decided to take that platform, traditionally in this country, a platform not particularly for everybody, and have really shaped that concept of freedom. Young people of color now looking at Paul Adams saying, wait, I can do this too. How important was that type of responsibility for you as you went along your career?
Yeah, I think it's massive, and I only find out later as I get older how important it was. So for me, as an 18-year-old debuting for South Africa back in '95 was an amazing experience, and I was like a whirlwind. Actually, that season was like a blur. It just... All of a sudden, I was busy with my school books, and the next, I'm on planes flying everywhere, and never thought that would ever happen. And I haven't looked back. It's 30 years on, and I'm still involved in the game.
Yeah, I know. And it's you're involved in a very special way in terms of coaching and actually imparting the knowledge you've gathered as well. We got Luyolo here from True FM Breakfast as well. So, I mean, Luyolo, for you watching Paul Adams, doing his thing as you grew up, what was it like for you?
Dan, when you talk about representation, watching someone who looks like you on TV, wearing green and gold, it does something to you as a young man coming from the township of Eastern Cape. You're like, I don't know his name. His name is Adams, but he looks like me. So even your interest in sport stems from the fact that you saw someone who looks like you. So credit to guys like him and the likes of Makai and Tini.
Yes.
When we came of age, we saw representation, and that's why we're sportscasters these days, because of people like him.
Oh, man.
And on to that note, Coach, you're now doing coach clinics around the country. You're taking the responsibility now to pay it forward. How important in your coaching is that representation when you go out for scouting, including the areas that you go to?
Yes, and that's what Freedom Day is all about. It's about creating that back when it became unification, and it gave that opportunities for everyone of all different societies to come into the space. And now with coaching, we just feel that we're looking for the best talent. There's no divide, there's nothing going on. So we look for the best talent and give that opportunities especially for young players, to learn their skills and give them that opportunity to develop and make sure that they can be the best they can be as themselves.
Is there interest for sports activity in the country? You know the success of the Springboks, Bafana, our cricket national team, the Proteas as well. 30 years later of democracy, the interest in sport, is it there on the ground?
Yeah, I think it's massive. I think sport has always got this unification power that happens, and we felt it during the Rugby World Cup. And I think cricket has done that in moments, but it just hasn't. We haven't lifted the cup yet. But there's been moments, in the cricketing history of the last 30 years. We've had some world-class players, Jacques Kallis, Dale Steyn, Hashim Amla, and you just mentioned Makai and Tini, how he's just become role models for kids in the street, and how we need to play the game and just enjoy and just have teamwork and play with each other and just make sure that it's fun on the cricket field.
It's important to look at that and look at the freedom that we have to have people like you going around the country and enjoying. So I'm just thinking about how many kids looked at your bowling action growing up. I'm just saying, it's not even a bowling action. You know, one day I was actually in a bit of a party setting, and they were doing your bowling action as a dance move too. I'm not sure. I'm saying. But
you sure it wasn't cartwheels?
I don't know if it was a cartwheel, but there were some times where I thought, like, are you bowling or falling over? No, and the wicket went. I'm like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. But I mean, those are some of the memories that I think you can capture from it. But just looking back, it's not only about enjoying our democracy, 30 years, and also freedom, but it's about the memories and the moments that shaped you. And I mean, seeing the entire country looking at your bowling action, I feel like that was like a big thing for me. But for you, just look back and reflect just for a second, like the moments that changed and shaped your career. Let's reflect for a second and do a little throwback.
I think the one significant moment is the moment I received my test cap to play for South Africa.
Yes.
And what it meant for a lot of people. It happened in '96, and I was in Port Elizabeth, my first test match, and the amount of people that just came in and the influx to see the 18-year-old play against England, who I actually had some posters on the wall and watching them normally on TV, so it was quite daunting, but I got out there and made sure I needed to get it done and enjoy myself on the cricket field. And that is significant. And then also just traveling over to India and taking my first 5-wicket haul. I think in that game I did
like
somersaults.
I remember this game.
Again, I did somersaults and I took 6 for. So it was just those moments, the fun, the enjoyment of just spending time on the cricket field and representing a country, just amazing.
Coach, a quick one, Dan. CS 80-20 Challenge final. It's Lions and Dolphins on Sunday. Hard done. Woke up this morning, hard done. Warriors were out, kicked out by Dolphins. But nonetheless, Western Province, your Western Province is also not there. But what do you think, what do you make of that final, the importance of the Proteas also, especially in the side of Lions, being there and assisting the team, especially in the second half of the tournament?
Yeah, I think the Lions have been playing really good, good cricket. And one particular player who I've had a little hand in from the Eastern Cape, Ngaba Peter, a young leg spinner that's really shown up. He's been a real impact player for them. And the Dolphins, who's got a lot of experience, they've sort of just got themselves into this final. And it's going to be a good spectacle to watch, I think. But, you know, finals are all about what happens on the day, who handles the nerves. And that's what we're going to look out for. And, you know, keep an eye out for Ngaba Peter. He's, if he holds his nerve, he's going to be going places.
Oh, man, this is fantastic. What a legend, Paul Adams, to sit with us. And, of course, follow Paul Adams 39 on social media. There are some clinics perhaps coming to your city very soon if you want to participate. Also, thanks to Loyola from True FM Breakfast for joining us as well on this amazing look back at 3 decades of cricketing action in the context of freedom right here in your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. Well, listen, when it comes to each of our communities, we rely on our local hardware and paint store for essential advice. Now, join us on this very exciting journey as we explore paint and hardware stores nationwide every Wednesday and Friday morning, and prepare to channel your inner handy hero as store experts reveal top Plascon picks and invaluable painting insights.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from North Riding Mica Paint Centre.
The store has been in this community for 25 years now. I'm very proud of the fact that we've had staff members that have been in the store for 10 years plus. And with that, we've built up a strong relationship with the community. When they do come here, they see faces that they recognize. That builds up trust between us and them over the years. I think we're the best store because we are paint and waterproofing specialists. Between myself and the staff here, we have over 100 years of combined experience in this industry, and there are very few problems that we can't solve. 2 of my favorite products that I like to sell to people in the store is Wall and All. Plascon Wall and All is a fantastic go-to product for just about any exterior surface. Durable, washable, awesome product for the outside. Second favorite product would be Plascon's Velvaglow. The product is direct to surface. It can go onto just about anything on the inside of your house. Stain resistant, easiest product to maintain. My DIY tip for customers is always buy a quality brush. If you buy a quality brush, you'll get a quality finish with Plascon products. My DIY motto is always make sure you concentrate on your preparation. Quality preparation will give you a quality end result.
South Africans know tough. It's built into our DNA. We know how to outweather and outlast the harshest conditions. When the cracks start to show, we go the extra mile. Our strength is legendary. Our resilience, iconic. And despite the odds, we know what gets the job done. Microtex, strong enough to endure anything.
Oh, go on, paint on handy heroes and let's color the world and turn every DIY dream into a vibrant reality.
So true. Now, lined up for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we got things. We're going to paint the show with entertainment, including a first meeting of our entertainer, that is DJ K-Matt.
Oh, how exciting. And then Chef Clem, he is joining us to make a delicious chicken pasta using some technology. And we also have True FM in studio. They are broadcasting their show live today. So it's TV meets radio. So a lot of fun happening between now and 9 o'clock.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3. The only way to start off your morning, yes, but especially your weekend on a Friday. Now, look, I promised you earlier on that we would be meeting a queen. She is so talented, so beautiful. She is the ultimate package, and that is why my friend in 2024, she was named one to watch by the globally acclaimed magazine DJ Mag. And my friend, look, I definitely know that when we look at her, she is the future of what music in South Africa is, and not actually just the country, the world, because she is about to take it on in the best way when she has completely done beautiful things like making a song that has gone absolutely viral and doing the things that need to be done with it. Okay, I'm not the one who's going to be doing this song. It's going to be her. Everybody, please put your hands together for K-Man. Hello, gorgeous girl.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so excited to meet you.
I'm excited to be here. And to meet you too.
Oh,
yes,
my goodness. Okay, Madge, I'm so proud of you. You've been doing so incredibly well, like since you started DJing and everything. But I always say we need to go to the beginning, ne?
Yes.
Yes, because you started out in school where you were part of the choir.
Yes.
And you were singing. Why DJing and not singing?
So, I actually do not like singing.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. It's just like a thing I do at home for myself. But when it comes to singing in front of people, I can't.
Why?
It's not my thing. I feel like my voice is not strong enough for that.
I think you're lying.
Like, it dips sometimes, and I lose the notes, and I'm like, ee.
Not it dips sometimes?
It dips, it runs away.
So your voice part-time,
Yeah, it's part-time. Yes, it's like, I don't believe in my voice.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Next time you come, I'm going to ask our boss to force you to sing because I feel like South Africa needs to hear it, you know, so we can decide maybe.
Well, I mean, okay.
Okay, it's fine. All right.
I'll just say yes because it's you.
Thank you. Yeah. But babe, when did you fall in love with DJing?
When I was a waitress in 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do the singing thing and I couldn't do the choir thing. And I knew the only way I can do music, like move people with my music, is DJing.
Sure.
So that's when I fell in love with it and I decided to go for it.
I love it. And babes, you have gone for it.
Yeah, I've gone
I
for
mean,
it.
being internationally recognized and things like that, okay? And also, I think that one of my favorite things about you is also your presence. Like, you've made the people in the music industry be like, oh, yeah, that's a force right there. Exactly. But in terms of you saying that, you know, you want to move people with your music, you obviously saw other people doing it.
Yeah.
So who do you look up to in this space in terms of music that, like, really got you to be where you are now?
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Really?
That guy shaped me. Like, he's the reason why I love music so much, performance, everything. I remember even doing like a whole Michael Jackson performance in primary school for talent show.
Honey!
Like, listen, I was moonwalking on stage. Oh my God.
I'm gonna get on to moonwalk for us here, actually.
That was a long time.
Oh, it was a long time.
Yeah,
okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Stiff a bit.
Okay. Now you're just making everybody else dance to your moves.
Yeah, nah, they must have.
Exactly, that's right. Babes, the Mkuku challenge, I know I've done it.
Yeah?
All the South Africans have done it.
I hope.
It's going viral and it's doing so amazingly well. Speak to us about the song. Where did it come out from?
So, Gubson was actually, he did that beat today, like that day. The beat was done, and then Cowboy came through to studio. I was sick on that day. So Cowboy came to studio to record his mix.
Yeah.
And then, well, not his mix, his song. So apparently he asked everyone to leave.
Okay.
So he can record by himself.
Okay.
And he did exactly that.
Okay.
And when everyone came in, it was that.
Come on.
Like, he came up with a banger and just naturally so fast as well. Like, yeah, but now it's Sivalum Kuku.
Now we are Valing them Kuku. What is the direct translation of Sivalum Kuku? What does it mean?
We're closing the shack.
We're closing. So it means like you're leveling up almost type of thing.
Yes, we are closing the shack.
I love that.
We are now done.
We all
closed.
Are you?
Yeah.
I am for
no
this.
more entries.
Come on.
Just me. I'm kidding.
Well, that's what you're saying in terms of you leveling up, honey.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely love everything that you're doing in terms of you and putting together music, but also bringing together this beautiful brand that is K-Mat. For real, babe. You're doing so great. But what do you have in store for us in 2024? What can we expect from this queen that is K-Mat?
It's a secret.
K-Mat.
It's a big secret.
Haibo.
But there is something very special coming soon.
Yes.
Very, very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, and don't expect piano only. It's gonna be a lot of genres.
Hectic.
Yeah, because I'm a house baby, so I just love music. So
okay, so are you gonna come and give us the exclusive as like?
Well, you're gonna hear one now, yeah.
Oh, honey, did I not say home of exclusives? Huh? You see, I told you she's a superstar. Did I also not tell you that her hair encompasses like everything that she is? She shines, she's bright, she's loud, she does it all. She is taking over the music scene, not just in South Africa, but all over the world, honey, because they've said she is one to watch. Someone that genuinely and truly is making young people proud. And I think that as we celebrate 30 years of democracy, she is a representation of what it means to not just truly be free, but also to use everything you have to be the best version of what you can be. It is K-Mat, everybody, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Smart kitchen this morning. We are going to give you some prep here. If you are entertaining this weekend, then this dish is definitely for you. But we are elevating our cooking and our homes, in fact, with some amazing Samsung home appliances that give you the perfect integration of food and entertainment to make you the ultimate host. And we are whipping up a delicious pasta bake thanks to Samsung Smart Things app. It is amazing. I cannot wait to check this out. Chef Clem, you're the smartest of the two of us. You're going to be the Smart Things plug-in, but this is something that you utilize on the daily, yes?
I really do. So the reason I'm here talking about Samsung and these smart appliances is because I use it every day.
Every day.
I am a tech geek, and I mean, I love technology, especially when you're using it in the kitchen. And it's just, I don't know what's happened in the past 5 years. Samsung has just like, they own this automation like industry in the kitchen.
Well, it's this ecosystem, the Internet of Things. I think they were the first to broach that idea, but it's taking anything that can make you cook better. At this phase of your culinary journey, I'm like, wow, okay, so it is possible.
It is possible.
We can find another gear.
So before we start cooking, let me tell you about it all. And the Smart Hub, how it works is when people think you have an automated, like you have all these devices connected and you have a home automation, they think there's this massive computer machine you need to buy, put it somewhere in your home, and that's going to be the brain.
got to have a server room.
Not at all. And I only found this out about 3 months ago. So I've been missing out. So let's talk about the kitchen and how it's made its presence. And I'm going to start with the beautiful bespoke French door fridge, right?
Okay.
I've been seeing these bespoke French door fridges everywhere.
Yeah.
And for good reason. So, and again, bespoke in the sense that you can change these panels to be whatever color you want.
It's a design feature.
It is.
More than a fridge, dude.
And
it
then
still does the fridgy things.
Oh, it does the fridgy things. If you're like me, a year later you want to change things up, you can change the panels again. So what we've got on the phone, right, there is a tab under Samsung that says Smart Things.
Okay.
What I've linked at the moment to my Smart Things is the bespoke fridge and our TV.
Okay, which
right?
is in our living room.
In our living room. So what will happen is, as you buy these Samsung appliances that have the connectivity, you will just add them. You'll see there's a plus button. Just add everything, add everything. So let's go into the fridge. We're talking about the fridge. When I'm recipe testing, I need things to be at a certain degree when I'm chilling or when I'm freezing. So when I write a recipe, I can give you an accurate chill for 6 hours versus chill for 18 hours. And then if you go down to service, right? It'll tell you your electricity usage. It'll tell you all the important information. It'll tell you like the cost of running the device. Click on food list.
What?
You just tell the fridge through the phone, select what you've got in the fridge, and it'll give you recipes, G.
It
will give you recipes, tell you how to do it, everything.
Based on what you actually have.
Based on what you have. And this recipe right now, we pulled off the Smart Things app. That's already on the phone.
That's great, because this is what we had in the fridge,
Yes,
man.
we can make this whole dish in our convection oven, but for the purposes of you at home, I'm going to do it in front of you. We should actually do it there, just everything out of the convection microwave.
We should just stand here and bark commands at the phone and see how far we can get.
To the onions, we're going to go in with a little bit of garlic. I like using a microplane for garlic.
And all of this planning, the ability to be in control of your cooking system, if you will. I love that.
And the fact that you can set the temperature as you need it in the fridge means your veggies are going to be at the optimal temperature versus everything else in the fridge. I am absolutely hooked as to how convenient it is. So,
and I suppose especially for you who thinks about food and temperatures and cooking portions all the time.
All the time.
To not have to just sit and be preoccupied with that for a second. It's a difference that you will feel every single day.
Every day.
Big. Oh,
And I think what Samsung have been the pioneers of doing is merging design with innovation and making it seamless. So you could do this in one pan. I'm doing it for two, so you can kind of see it all come together. Onions, garlic into our pan. A little bit of salt with it to draw some of that moisture out of the onions.
Okay.
Get that heat up. It's doing its thing. To that, we're going to go in with some tin tomatoes. And then to counteract the acidity of the tin tomatoes and also a little bit of that tinniness.
Yes.
A little bit of sugar goes in there. We're going to bring that together. This is going to
reduce. And it's literally just a pinch of sugar.
You don't need a lot.
Yeah, because I think people feel that there's the danger of sweetening a savoury dish in that sense. This is purely just a balancing.
Yeah, it's such a good one. It's so easy. It's literally like a half-an-hour recipe. You can do this in your beautiful bespoke microwave. Super chill.
Easy peasy.
I do need some ingredients out of the fridge, please, G.
Okay.
I think it's, you've got some cream cheese there. You can bring all of it. Whatever you see there, you can bring it.
Oh, we got a whole lot of cheese. Triple the cheese, my friend. Triple the cheese.
Cream cheese going in. So we're going to melt that down, get that all together. It's going to thicken that sauce and add some richness to it.
And you're not worried, because I will often, when I'm adding a cream cheese or something like that, or even a cream or a sour cream, I kind of feel like there's a danger of it separating, or I mustn't cook the cream cheese for too long.
It's fine. It's okay. I'm also going to go back into the oven again, so it's going to all come back together.
It's going to just all beautifully meld.
You're going to be perfectly
because I love, there is a beautiful funkiness to a cream cheese that you think about adding like a sour cream to something. It's not just to add the creamy texture.
No.
There's a funkiness, there's a flavour component that helps.
Slight acidity also just brings it all together. And sometimes slight acidity is the only thing that a dish is missing. It'll be good. We're like, it needs something. It's a little touch of acidity, and that's what you're going to get through with the cream cheese going in there. So once it all comes together, we're going to get our pasta, and let's mix it all together in the pan.
Do it, man.
And then we're going to go in. So pasta goes in, boom.
Oh, and this is a value for money, like a crowd pleaser.
It is so simple, again, and to be honest, kids love pasta.
Yeah.
And it's a simple tomato sauce, and it's chicken strips.
Yeah,
so
well, I was going
winning.
to say, it's a great way of getting food into your little ones when they're not quite comfortable with it. If you find a sauce that they like, boom, you are winning at life.
Winning.
You can
And
put
you serve them
veggies,
that
you
sauce.
can put anything
you
in
serve
there.
it on cereal. You serve it on, yeah, I feel you. So you get some of that pasta in there. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
and then I'm
that
going to pass
smells
it to you. Don't look at my little
spectacular,
mess that I made there. It's fine.
It's for the gram. It's okay.
There we go. Another piece of chicken. And then, gee, if you can top it with all our cheese.
Oh, I will, with absolute pleasure. Oh, this smells spectacular. This is like comfort food for winter.
So this, obviously, you pop in the oven, under the grill, or in your bespoke microwave, convection setting. Get that cheese nice and melty, crusty, delicious. It's so simple. You saw how few ingredients we used. And again, we got this recipe off the Smart Things app. So amazing.
I feel like I'm standing between you and your best mate there when you're separated. And then you can even turn on the TV, put on your favorite show.
Should we?
Should
we turn on the TV? There we go.
Crazy.
If you really want to get people, you turn on the TV and let them watch their game. And just as someone's about to score a try, switch the TV off on your phone. Watch it. Especially if it's a team that you don't support, go and do that. Samsung's got a sense of humor that absolutely love it. But just like that, you turn on the TV, and then within that, you can go into further settings and manage it all. You got your full remote on your phone. You don't need to have the actual remote. It's everything on your phone, and you're monitoring it all.
I think the only danger is that I'm going to be glued to this thing now because you could just do so much through it. Absolute genius, my friend. Absolute genius in the kitchen with a genius in his hand. And then, of course, we've got the microwave. Can I pop this in?
You pop it in, I'll switch it on in a second. That's fine.
Thank you. Come to me, my friend. There you have it. Another one of our friends, man. I feel like I've been invited into the circle of friendship.
Into the smart hub.
Into the smart hub. There is nothing better than appliances that their efficiency match their beauty. And this is certainly the case here. With Samsung, we are always guaranteed both. It truly is better for your life and ours. Oh, now I'm hungry, man.
Dig in, let's go.
Oh, gents, that looks absolutely delicious. I think it's safe to say breakfast is served. Some more delicious pasta for all of us. Well, we are going to take a quick break. When we get back, we are ready for some entertainment. DJ K-Matt is ready and we cannot wait.
And of course, we need to look at some documentaries celebrating Freedom Day, almost as free as JP's hair. It's coming up.
The curls. Oh, okay. Wow.
I think I'd look at you guys.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Today is a special one because we also have True FM Breakfast broadcasting live from your feel-good breakfast show, and they are there, and you'll be seeing them throughout the show today. But now it's time for us to put the spotlight on the one and only JP Sebastian. In fact, he's not here to talk about movies, but more particularly recommending some documentaries ahead of South Africa celebrating Freedom Day tomorrow, the 27th of April.
And so celebration is obviously a term that we deserve. And it's great that people get a time to, say, let their hair down during a time like this. But I think I chose movies that I believe, this is compulsory viewing for you, by the way, if you're South African, if you're a human being. And the first one, in fact, was like a force around the world. I wanted more to do a segment of reflection, or a little portion of the show on reflection on Freedom Day and observance of Freedom Day. And we can do celebration in between here and there.
Okay. So the first one, Last Grave at Dimbaza.
Again, these are not just recommended, but compulsory viewing. Last Grave at Dimbaza. A lot of us, so, you know, the question is freedom from what? And it's easy for us to all know and feel deep down inside that apartheid was evil. But when you see that a documentary is available to you in vivid technicolor, it brings home so much worse just how dark, funny enough that it's in color, apartheid was. And how this was filmed is that it was secretly, clandestinely filmed in South Africa, because obviously, you know, they're not going to welcome documentarians just coming in during 1974. That very brave people like Nana Mahamo was in the Bantustans, where they were, like I said, secretly filming. And so it jumps between the affluence of the white areas and the complete desperation of Bantustans where black people were forced to go. And in fact, the wording is such. It starts off with a quote by the Deputy Justice Minister at the time, Froneman was his name, who said that women and children are mere superfluous appendages to black male labor. This is how human beings were thought of, like livestock, that women and children were a hindrance to them doing their jobs properly, and that's why half of black families were separated to Bantustans. In Cape Town, it was 85% of black families. And so what this documentary is great for is that like we can speak in, and it's because it's hard to capture apartheid and what it did to people and what white supremacy did to Southern Africa for centuries. So sometimes it helps to just see something that's the nuts and the bolts. So it gives you these heavy statistics, including, you know, the fact that in Bantustans, black people had, well, let's start with white areas. White areas had one doctor to every 400 people. And in the Bantustan, you had one doctor to every 44,000 people. So there's video footage of, and it's a white doctor. I think it's a Danish doctor who's like, he's looking desperate. He's like, face is ashen because he's desperately trying to work through people who are dying, who have been made to die. And just like one of the most grotesque ways that it was put, in fact, is as policy, if you were a black maid in a white area and you gave birth, you were allowed a period of weaning your child. And then that child was separated from you. Again, like cattle, like livestock, to go to the Bantustan, make your plan with whoever else there, and you continue your work in a white area. It's like I said, it's easy to talk in broad terms, but once you get down into the nuts and bolts with a documentary like Last Grave at Dimbaza, it really does help bring into sharp focus just how disgusting and how desperately in need of repair our country is from the legacy of apartheid.
So now we have a reality and a shocking reality that we have to see. I love that you said it's compulsory viewing. We also have Cuba and African honesty that you want to touch on.
And this one I want to bring up because another way that we can get a bit wishy-washy, I don't want to undermine that though, is that we often talk for, by the way, that man there you might recognize, Nelson Mandela. He insisted that the first foreign politician he wanted to meet on his freedom was Fidel Castro. Why is that? It's because Cuba was an indispensable part of our liberation as black, colored, as people of color in South Africa. And so this chronicles Cuba all the way through the 60s, up to 1991, where just an insane volunteer spirit, where it was about 1 million Cubans came to Africa in a standing formation of about 300,000. So, I mean, 1 million individuals rotated in and out to be a force of 300,000 against apartheid. And so while it jumps from where they had a failure in Congo, because they were trying to figure out, there's your man, Che Guevara, my man, trying to figure out their feet in the Congo, landed in Tanzania. That was a bit of a shambles because they were trying to figure out how do we actually become helpful? How do we, inject ourselves into a continent that we're not part of? How do we make connections, etc., etc.? Then they went on to Guinea-Bissau. Then they went on to, and obviously Angola is where the big one is. And contrary to, they moved so quickly and so impressively that the United States thought that Cuba was invading. It was only years later that America realized that they were responding to a South African invasion. And overnight, even against, because another mistake that people make is that they say, oh, with Cuba was controlled by the Soviets. The Soviets were so peeved that Cuba was making moves just on their own like that. And it was not because of resources, well, not because of oil or anything like that. It was just because what they left with, by the way, after they liberated Angola, was they just went home.
Yeah.
South African apartheid military had to leave Angola, give back Namibia, and apartheid started wrapping. So an amazing contribution that that country gave to us, and hey, I'm thankful for them for every day. Cuba and African Odyssey is this huge epic chronicle.
Incredible. So we've ticked off 2 of the documentaries
Yes.
you highly recommend. Apartheid Did Not Die, 1998.
Again, not pulling punches here, are we?
No,
So
not
the-
at all. In the name.
1998, and so it is this retrospective of, like, you know, all the policies that were implemented. Did it bring about any of the changes that you might have seen from the lost graves at Tembaza, where, you know, they cite there, for example, that white minority had 5% of people basically sat on 80% of wealth, and that number has not changed in a remarkable way all this time. So John Pulger is the documentarian here, and he's an investigative journalist who, like I said, does not pull punches. And he was banned from South Africa, in fact, apartheid South Africa, because ridiculously, when he reached customs at the airport, when it said race on his form, he wrote human.
Oh, wow.
And the apartheid government was like, no, go. So they kicked him out the second he landed, basically. And so for the longest time has been both a friend as well as a very honest friend who was ready to criticize the ANC and ready to criticize the government at every turn. And yeah, the documentary then goes into another aspect that I think we neglect historically as average South Africans, is that we sometimes think, oh, apartheid was about representation. Oh, it meant JP couldn't get a pumpkin spice latte at a coffee shop or whatever. And obviously, yes, we do try to cover heavy stuff like Soweto, like Sharpeville, etc., etc. But what he highlights here is that it was also an economic system. Like Lost Graves at Timbaza, you know, made clear to you, it was a purposeful proletarian, making proletariat of black people, making them just workable, cheap labor. And it's for that reason that in that documentary and in here, it highlights that white people have some of the highest living standards in the world. And in World Bank terms, the World Bank has South Africa as the most unequal country on record. So the question becomes, when you watch retrospective things like this in 1998, has there been any remarkable change? And raises more important questions that it's economic, it's not just representative. So you're going to learn about stuff like the Washington Consensus, which average people don't know about, or structural adjustment programs. And so this says that, oh, privatization, this, hands off on government on that, etc., etc. And you have to ask these really hard questions like, was that medicine actually what South Africa needed? That documentary will help you figure that out yourself.
Reality is important. I think documentaries do bring that to life. So this is fantastic. I gave you a list there. Lost Grave at Dimbaza. You got Cuba and African Odyssey. Apartheid Did Not Die. Another honorable mention is For Everything Must Fall, which you couldn't get to. But watch those documentaries and open your eyes this Freedom Day as we hit the Joburg.
Oh, man, what an incredible conversation, especially ahead of celebrating 30 years of democracy tomorrow. Big deal for us, South Africa, but this is why we celebrate on a Friday. We told you that we had K-Mat in the building. She's brought along Lady Steezy, and right about now, I called us the home of exclusives, Mus. This is one of the songs that has not been released yet, and I hope you're going to turn it up, because everybody, please put your hands together for KZK by K-Mat and Lady Steezy.
Good morning, South Africa. My name is Lady Steezy. This is my lovely sister K-Mat, and this is Zagalani with Audio Addicts. Yeah, asabi, yeah, asab. Yeah. Abati, yeah, abati, asab, yeah.
Bekhona lobhuti ngifike kuya ngena plan ngashaya isigubhu ngathi kuye ungawari ikaslam vele bayangazi umama wamantombazana ngasikimusiya savele sabadina siyabaklinya kwase kwababhitha besam kuyishintsha ngeke balunge bayayifasa sayikhulula bayayibasa sayivuthela ngenamba savutha ekhona lobhuti ngifike kuya ngenaplan ngashaya isigubhu ngathi kuye ungawari ikaslam vele bayangazi umama wamantombazana ngasikimusiya savele sabadina siyabaklinya kwase kwababhitha besam kuyishintsha kuyishintsha ngeke balunge bayayifasa sayikhulula bayayibasa sayivuthela ngenamba savuthela ngathi kuye ungawari ikaslam vele bayangazi umama wamantombazana nasikimusiya savele sabadina siyabaqina kwase kwababhitha bezama ukuyishintsha ngeke balunge bayayifasa sayikhulula bayayikasha sayivuthela ngenamba savuthela
What's happening is that Lady Steezy and K-Man are taking over the world. And what is going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show is that we still continue making sure that you go into the weekend on the perfect note. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back on the other side of this, baby.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. We also have True FM Breakfast broadcasting live, so you might hear some action in the background, but we are now about to get things extra cozy because there truly is no better feeling than cozying up on the couch with a hot cup of coffee or tea and your favorite blanket. And this Mother's Day, it gives your mom much deserved downtime and help her to relax with the smoothest blankets to the comfiest quilts and the softest throws. And here to take us through the perfect spoils is stylist and blogger Megan Pedro. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you.
We both love cozy.
Oh, we
are
do.
you, when it comes to seasonals, are you a winter or a summer preference, or the in-between seasons, autumn or spring?
Oh, I do like that. I think the transitional seasons are definitely where I'm most gravitating towards.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Now, how can we go extra cozy this winter with Woolies?
Extra cozy is the name of the game. I was actually at the Woolies preview last night for autumn winter, and I saw all of the textures. We were supposed to leave at about 8 o'clock, and I left much later because it felt like we could just cozy in on all of those things, from homeware to fashion to food. It was amazing. So I've just kind of brought a couple of different pieces. I mean, only a couple.
Okay, only a couple. We've basically cleared out all the pillows, Megan, so that you could bring all these coziness to our studio. And I love that you're talking about texture, because that is something I'm starting to love, is various textures. Now, I know that Woolies, they are running a limited offer of 20% off on selected bedding, quilts, throws and blankets. So what are some of those standout items? I'm assuming it's everything we see here in front of us.
I feel like you can walk into a Woolies right now and just go like this and you'd have a winner.
You should actually go like this and just feel everything.
You'd have a winner, and that's kind of what we're going to be doing right here. So right next to you, we'll start with that, right? We've got the checkered mohair. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. You can feel the tiny hairs that are on there. It's so luxurious. It's such a beautiful statement, and it really is a great colorway that will live, you know, from transitional seasons. You can see this in a spring home, you can see this in an autumn home, really it warms up a winter home. So beautiful.
And this is also great for layering, because that's something, if you love Pinterest and you're looking for inspo on how to do up the bed or the couch, there's all these various layers. So this is also a great addition to add to the layering.
Even imagine that over your coat. It looks like the most beautiful scarf you will ever wear, let me tell you.
I love that. Okay.
I mean, it's hard to kind of move around here, but let's go. We'll kind of move this way.
Let's start here. This is extra. This is luxury faux fur.
Yes, it is. Okay. And you can feel that. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. If your building doesn't allow you to have a cat or a dog, I would say get this one, because it gives you all the cozy feels. I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful and luxurious. Can I just show you the size of this alone?
Yes, please.
I mean,
that's massive.
It is massive.
I find that to be the problem, and you need the massive throw, because now you've got the edge of your bed, we've got a king-size bed, and then your throw ends, and it's just like the bed ends there. 100%. You want the throw to go all the way.
I mean, that's the difference between luxury, when you see luxury in photographs, is that you need a blanket that really covers everything. That's the difference. When you see a blanket that just kind of hits the end, or whether it like cascades off the bed, it just gives you that cozy feeling.
Okay.
So this is our beautiful faux fur. And then we go into our striped knitted. Now this gives a different texture. If you're someone who gets way too hot under something like this is so nice because it is really breathable. It's 100% cotton, but it just gives you such a beautiful kind of look and feel, and it's available in 2 different colorways. So beautiful stone color and then this lovely green, which again, look how it pairs. I mean, the colorways all just kind of match together. Like I always talk about really neutral colorways. This is such a great way to do it.
That is where Woolies always hits the mark. They know how to bring the tones all to make you feel like, okay, I need all of this in my home. I don't need to decide on one color.
Yes.
I go with all, and I can mix and match and make it work.
And they all have different feels and needs, right? You've got this beautiful Sherpa. Now, Sherpa we've seen as a textile that really is like a trendy, hot texture for the season. And this you've seen in like a bunch of clothing as well.
And I remember last year you were talking about the Sherpa coming through.
The Sherpa is coming back, and we absolutely love it. Again, a beautiful stone colorway. And then this is reversible, so the other side is completely white, which is so lovely, because then, like I always talk about, if you reverse it, immediately you have 2 different looks in your bedroom, which we absolutely love. Then the cloud fleece. Oh my goodness. So we know fleece from clothing, and it's just warm and beautiful texture. So we've got that beautiful one in a couple of different colorways. And then of course, you've got your little waffle. And I love that because it comes in that little, you know, in like
a ready-to-go kind of pouch, and I pop that in the car's boot because it's the easiest and best way to just have a cute little car picnic. So I think that that is such a great way to just kind of have in your car, you know, for the kids, you throw it over them, or, you know, someone needs a blanket in the car. That is a great way to do
And especially now for winter, it's you sometimes leave home, it's warm, next minute the sun drops and it's freezing cold. Now, Megan, we need to wrap up, but we cannot wrap up without touching on that beautiful set next to you.
Lay back. This is one of my big tips for this whole setup, because I think if you don't want a blanket or a throw or something like that, we've got the most beautiful duvet set. Now, this is plush to the absolute max. This is pure washed cotton. My favorite thing, doesn't require ironing.
Thank you. Yeah. That's my kind of shopping. That's my kind of choosing items for the house.
And in this beautiful, beautiful texture, this just really creates the most warming, delicious environment.
Oh, and also, I mean, if we look at the blanket inner, that also is going to add heat to your bed, fluffiness to your bed. I mean, I'm loving the name of the cloud blanket on top of that, and we've got the beautiful luxury faux fur here. Megan, you certainly brought all the coziness to studio, so thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, well, listen, there you have it. You can share your love for your mom with the ultimate homeware spoils. Why don't you also just spoil yourself this Mother's Day? Plus, shop selected bedding, blankets, quilts and throws, and get 20% off until the 12th of May. Now, you can shop this offer at Woolworths. You can do it in-store, online, as well as on the app. There are some T's and C's that apply.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every nook, every stitch. The details make the difference.
Excellent stuff. So now that you've got your bedding sorted out, we need to make sure we've got the right tools to wash said bedding. Now, everybody wants their washing machine to handle the chore while you enjoy the comfort of your own home. And thanks to Samsung, you had the chance to win a bespoke AI 12-kilogram front loader with Eco Bubble, valued at 17,999 Rand, to make laundry days easy. All you had to do was tell us why would you love to bring home this bespoke AI washing machine. And of course, today we just wanted to chat a bit more to somebody who is one of our finalists. Good morning, Julia.
Good morning.
It is so nice to hear from you, Julia. Now, Julia, your comment, I just want to remind you about it and read it through. So, as a mother of 3, I think I need a break from my current washing machine. The laundry is draining my last strain of energy. Hashtag Samsung Bespoke. Hashtag Bespoke AI. Now, Julia, what will it mean to you if you were to, say, win this amazing washing machine?
Okay, I think I could use a break from all the laundry. I've got 3 busy kids from 10 years to 5 years, so you can imagine they always playing in the mud. It's them with the dust, so the laundry, the stains. So I just saw the specifications of the machine. It's to die for, and then it's eco-friendly, and then it charges a little electricity, so there's energy saving. So I save energy, I save water, and then more time for money.
Wow, you know, Julia, I can hear that you are a super mom. I can hear that you are somebody who works so hard for a family. And I think that people like you require something a bit more, you know. So I just wanted to let you know that, Julia, you have just won the Samsung washing machine. Congratulations! That is what you deserve, Julia. You are such an incredible mom, and you deserve this. So how excited are you to finally have the ease of a washing day instead of the stress?
You know what? I'm in construction, and construction is draining, especially for a woman. I think now I'm going to have more time to myself, and then I can just sit and watch my TV while the machine is doing all the work. I'm so excited.
Yes, Julia. Well, thank you so much for being a super mom and leading the way. You deserve the break, and this is how Samsung makes our lives so much easier with an incredible piece of technology just like this. So well done to you, Julia. All the best, and do enjoy. Now, Samsung, I know you deserve it. Samsung not only makes our lives easy and convenient with their incredible range of appliances, but uplifts our home in ways that make it the most joyful environment that inspires fun and relaxation. And just take a look at this incredible Samsung washing machine just once again. It is absolutely wonderful. Bespoke AI 12-kilogram front loader that belongs to Julia right now. This is beautiful. Stick with us. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We'll be right back.
Only you can make my day. Only if you want to roam around the world. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso here and on S3, of course. And it is time for the ultimate challenge with Halls. All right, so welcome to a challenge. We've got True FM Breakfast. So Radio Meets TV today, and Luyolo and Sinazo are going to be my guests. Sorry. Excuse me. Anyway, right, there are 5 balloons on this lovely board I have alongside me, and each balloon contains either a truth or a dare. Your task is to pick a balloon and then complete the truth or dare inside, and I feel like I want to just get popping. Luyolo and Sinazo, I mean, what could go wrong as radio people on TV, right?
Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping.
We should.
No disclaimer, right?
No, there's no disclaimers at all. So what you need to do is first enjoy a Halls, you know, just to make sure that, there we go.
Ooh,
and once you've taken one of those, then I need you to pick a balloon. And I'm not sure, Luyolo, do you want to go ladies first? Or
Yep,
you? Okay,
ladies
great.
first.
Okay,
Let's go.
I can do that.
That's
Pop
fine.
the balloon.
That's, and you know, also important for radio people, you know, it's important because then it's like, there we go. Go, pop.
There we go.
Can we pop it on mute? Is there?
Shame, I know.
Hey!
There it is. It's fallen down over there.
I see it.
Okay, this is going to be great. So if you don't mind reading that out aloud.
Swap roles with a crew member for a segment.
Okay, that's the dare. That's the dare. So would you swap roles with a crew member? You would, right?
I definitely would swap roles, but
camera.
Who chooses?
Who chooses?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, camera would be great.
You cannot put me behind the camera.
That's
First
true.
of all, look at the space. But also, there are so many buttons there.
Yes.
We might not be live for too long if I was behind the camera. All right. So
that is okay.
Maybe let's see. Who's in charge of audio?
Audio.
That one,
yes.
I think I would.
That's all the way upstairs.
I would actually be able to do. Just monitor the levels. Make sure if my guy is sounding a little bit low, I can boost the fader up a little bit. You know what I mean?
So you're taking the dare, you're saying. So no truths from you. I had some spicy questions for truth, but okay, that's fine. So
Wait,
it's okay.
Now that I'm thinking, you know what? When last did I answer a spicy question? Give me the truth.
What's the last thing you Googled?
The last thing I Googled is, what do we celebrate today?
What do you celebrate today?
Yes, as in
Like the
what do we
26th of
what do we
April?
celebrate on the 26th of April?
Daily observances, right?
Yes.
Like-
Loyola, what was today's?
Pets and Child's
Yes,
Day.
it's Pets and Children's Day.
Ah.
Yes. So
I told them, to
Googled
some
all of
people it's
those
the
in
same
morning.
thing, right? Like
I should have asked you
fur
what you...
babies and...
Yes. No, but I should have asked the question, what did you Google without safe search? But it's okay. Don't worry about it. Let's go on to you, Loyola. You've got your halls ready. Pop a balloon, brother. Preferably one close to my ear.
Let's go.
My goodness.
Right. Ooh, there it is.
There it is. You see, we're actually making you work to get those. Let's see. Maybe it's a day in there. Maybe it's a truth. Let's find out. Come on, now read it out, brother. Ooh. If you're removing the horse, of course, put it in the bowl. Here we go. Let's see.
All right.
Make your co-presenter laugh without speaking, using only facial expressions and creatures.
Gestures, bestie.
Yes.
Wait, man, that looks like... That.
Okay, you already won.
Wait, I want to see this happen. Hold on. I want to see this.
That looks like CR to me.
That looks like creature. Okay, so now,
looks like
without
creatures.
words, I mean, even though you're laughing already, Sinado, Loyola, let's do it. Only expressions on your face.
Funny
right?
faces. I just told you I said creatures instead of...
No, you're not
no
supposed
words,
to use
just
words
gestures.
this time. Okay.
Let's get a nice zoom in on
Okay.
Loyola as well.
All right.
And let's see if Sinazo can respond. Are you ready?
All right.
In 3, in 2, in 1. I feel like there was something
a
there.
slight chuckle
There was a
count.
chuckle.
Guys, I
It
won.
was,
for
it
me.
was a slight chuckle.
It
All
was.
right.
Sinazo, grab a balloon. Let's see
All
what
right.
else gets popped out of here. This
Dan,
will be great.
who wrote here?
Who wrote that?
Yeah.
That was Lucian.
Lucian.
Yeah.
Gee, man,
What
CR looks the same.
What about Isdima of the S? Just here.
Hey, man, it's too
Okay,
early to
great. So
swear.
this is our last balloon pop. And there it goes.
Okay, here we
and
go.
let's see what this is over here. This is
see.
great. Okay.
Okay.
Truth or dare challenge is
All
on my
right.
favorite. Hopefully this is a truth.
Oh, truth. Have you ever made a mistake on air that you hoped no one noticed? What happened? I'll tell you.
Please.
All right. Let me remember to censor myself because this is exactly what happened.
you.
I was doing a story and I was very passionate about the story, and it's a crime that a lot of people don't know is a crime, and I said that makes you a whole ASS
Yes.
criminal.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that that's what I said. So
This is CSA.
the part where you hope no one noticed, I didn't notice that I said the word. And someone called in to say, well, are you just going to use offensive language on air? I'm like, offensive language? Who? Me?
Yes.
When? Did not
The
even
whole
realize
she said.
that I had used that word, because posting people's personal details online makes you a whole criminal.
I completely agree.
It really
Thank you so
does.
much.
The more you know.
This is what I'm talking about. And also, but remember, in your defense, if you want to win the BCCSA case, a donkey is also known as an ass, so it's fine. Anyway, so this has
be a
been
whole
fun.
donkey.
Yes, exactly. Eeyore, basically, and we need the food. But thanks a lot to these amazing people, Loyola, as well as another from True FM Breakfast, and join in on the fun. Suggest some truth or dares on your own social media pages, and we might just use a few of them next time with one of our next guests right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Brought to you by Paul's and the power of menthol. Refresh, refocus, Paul's. Breathe for it. Ungapheli umoya.
I feel like this all comes together so beautifully, hey? The fact that we need to refresh, refocus, and I have a performance for you, honey, that is going to do just that as we go into Friday. Everybody, I'm going to beg you to please put your hands together and make some noise for the peeps who are making the Mkuku Challenge go viral. It is Mkuku by K-Matt and Cowboy.
Assam. My team. Assam. Aye, bro. Aye. Assam. E-T-R-E. Aye. E-T-R-E. T. E-T-I-I-E. Salgo pisos. I salgo pisos. Epati. Salgo pisos. Salgo pisos. I salgo pisos. Salgo pisos. I salgo pisos. Yabona manje bayaqala sebaphikana sebafuna 22 yale 35 sinenini ngifikele nakhabontwana yami bathakekho uphume nabo finishers yabona manje bayaqala sebaphikana sebafuna 22 yale 35 sinenini ngifikele nakhabontwana yami bathakekho uphume nabo finishers yabona manje bayaqala sebaphikana sebafuna 22 yale 35 sinenini ngifikele nakhabontwana yami bathakekho uphume nabo finishers yabona manje bayaqala sebaphikana sebafuna 22 yale 35 sinenini ngifikele nakhabontwana yami bathakekho uphume nabo finishers. Salgo pisos. Salgo pisos.
I'm out of breath now because of the Mkuku challenge. But it is, of course, Cowboy along with K-Match and our beautiful dancers, Ukoketso Nombulelo. And we say, Siabulela, guys, you're so talented. Come on. It is only still just after 8. So trust me, my friend, we still got a whole lot more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But one of our favorite things is telling you how you can be a winner. So let's go hear about the lotto for the weekend.
Oh, thank you, Zanele. What an incredible performance.
Yeah, I'm feeling that. Excuse me, sorry. I won't do that now.
Did that performance maybe give you some lucky numbers?
No, I did. I have a few numbers in my head. I can't share that with you, but I know that you got your own. So pick your lucky numbers and play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 16 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Friday. That's today. Those lucky numbers might just make you Mzansi's next multi-millionaire.
Oh, listen to this. If you play Powerball, you can win an estimated 11 million rand and Powerball Plus for an estimated 5 5 million rand. But if you want to win, you've got to play.
And this is how you play. So you can walk into a store and say, hi, and then grab yourself a ticket, or you can go onto the website, nationallottery.co.za, or the mobile app. You can also buy your tickets through cell phone banking or by dialing *120 *7529# on your mobile for USSD.
Oh, but don't worry, all of those details is also available on Expresso's social media pages, so you can always go and check it out over there. And make sure you get yourself in the running to win by playing Powerball and Powerball Plus for an estimated 16 million rand in total jackpots today. You got it, Panda. Push or play.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Happy Friday to you. And joining us today is True FM Breakfast, by the way. And we have the two other members, Luyolo and Senazo, holding down the fort in the absence of one man who's sitting alongside another talented individual. So Boys is here from True FM Breakfast Show. Of course, Carissa Cupido is also here to make sure we are lining up the SA celebs who have put South Africa on the map. And there are so many, let's be honest. But let's have a proper discussion. And also, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good to see you.
This is so exciting. I mean, if I can ask you, Carissa, when you think Freedom Day, what does that mean to you?
Man, I get excited when I think about Freedom Day. 30 years into the democracy. I know that there's still a way to go, but after 3 decades, I really think we've come so far. I mean, I'm in entertainment, and looking around at the opportunities that have been granted to, I want to say, my fellow colleagues, my fellow peers, my fellow people, it is mind-blowing seeing the strides made. So I'm just excited for the next 30 years.
Yeah, it is. It's so beautiful to see that. And I mean, this is freedom in action, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, to see different individuals represented so beautifully on a multitude of platforms, radio, TV. It's the best time. Now, the success of our entertainment and sport industry is also about these SA individuals who have come through, shared their interests, their experiences, and now they're out there. Now, let's talk about the celebrities who put themselves on these platforms, worked their butt off to make sure that they are achieving these goals, but not forgetting, you know, the people that they are leaving behind while they compete in other countries, in South Africa. So let's talk about a few of them. I think it's important for us to go, what the heck? Tyler.
Standard.
Can we start there? I mean, boys, let's talk about when you saw that for the first time, a Grammy, a whole Grammy.
Yeah, I mean, just talking about freedom, you know, representation is key and very important. And so when I saw that, I thought to myself, really, it's how you express yourself and how did this happen? And Tyler was just like, what, a Grammy at my age? It's music? What's happening? You know? But it was so beautiful to watch and so happy for South African to actually be on a global stage like that at such a young age as well.
I know, what the heck?
Absolutely incredible. Well, someone else else also making headlines in the music space? DJ Black Coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's incredible. I mean, I honestly feel like in 2022 it was a year just after COVID, you know, and for him to have stood on that stage for his 7th studio album. So he's been putting in the work. He's definitely been on the ground, on the grind. And for him to be acknowledged as the first African to do so as well, to walk away with that Grammy for Best Electronic Dance Album, I was like, wow, how far we've come as a nation, you know? And Black Coffee was carrying South Africa on his back, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. He might have had some help.
Yeah.
But you know what I love about Black Coffee is that when you have a conversation with him, he always says, please don't forget that South Africans are sought after.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, I need to get in somewhere. You don't need to get in anywhere. There's a place for you already. It's called South Africa.
Yes.
So take that along with you. And I love that about that sentiment. So we must never ever forget that. Somebody who does literally have that embodiment is Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it goes without saying, but let's discuss. You move over from South Africa, you go take on a show, and then you even remove yourself from that show so you can focus on the entire world. I mean, come on.
And then, after you've removed yourself, everyone is sort of looking around and who do we get next after him?
They have to bring the old guy back.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, let's have him back again. But I don't know what's going to happen, you know. But I think Trevor really is someone who's put in the work from his comedy shows in South Africa, in Africa, the rest of the world, made his way right up there. And I said now he sits as one of the top comedians in the world.
Yes.
He really has worked hard.
Yeah.
He
Shout
really
out to him.
has. He definitely has.
He has.
Yeah.
And also for him to democratize the space of the internet, right? He's got a podcast and he's doing his thing from TV to podcasting. I don't think we ever could have imagined that transition. And it's so beautiful to see that. I mean, even we can do it. We can put up our phones and start our own thing on any day.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Oh, now let's put the spotlight on actress Thuso Mbedu.
Wow. She is incredible, isn't she? What a talent, and also to be acknowledged by so many greats that we've looked up to for years. Viola Davis, for example. I mean, they are besties. To see them just dialing one another, saying congratulations, you know, is honestly so. It's our ancestors' wildest dreams to be able to see things like this sort of play out. And I, as a woman and as a woman of color, draw so much inspiration from that. And two more of this.
And I think one of the things I like about Thuso Mbedu is that you hardly hear her speak about these achievements and what she's doing next. But you're going to wake up one morning and realize, oh, she's in a movie with Viola Davis, and then she's on another movie that's coming up. Oh, by the way, she's the cover of this magazine. She's so silent and quiet about her moves, but they're always so great and so big.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about our sporting heroes, and I want to do this as a block, Bafana and the Springboks. I mean, also we can throw in Driekus in there if you want to as well, and a bunch of other talents. But, I mean, let's talk about how important on a sporting front. Of course, you know, sport is it's a unifier with regard to our country. So for Bafana and the Springboks to be on that stage, I mean, yes, we didn't take the title with Bafana, but definitely with the Springboks. So let's discuss. I mean, let's go to Bafana and give them their flowers.
I was about to say, in fact, let's give Bafana the flowers. On the show, I was one person who was known to just say, oh, they're playing, yeah, whatever.
You and all of us.
until I was a guy said to me, Bafana is actually doing very well. And I said, no. When I watched it, I realized they're actually doing well. Then I said, please congratulate them. They're doing well. It's also being known to be not doing well or to be known as failures. And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to surprise them. I'm going to step up the game and do well. So shout out to Bafana. They really did well. Bafana, as someone would say, they did well.
And an underdog story is something I think we all appreciate and love, especially as South Africans. I also, like you, was like, Bafana, disappoint me again, my Bena. Like, come on. And I think they really actually put up a good fight. And it was really good to see their journey in AFCON. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year next year.
Yeah, it's going to be great, eh? I mean, we have so many heroes, and of course the Bokke, that goes without saying, they have been phenomenal. You know, another person that's put us on the map is one Zanele Patalwa.
Yes, I mean, she is our presenter from Johannesburg, but she's more than just that. She's also hosting Tropical Island of Treasure, and you could be joining Umuhle Gela, Ngokobile Kwezi, Ndavi Nokeri, Carl Kugelman, Hungani Ndlovu, Chad Jones, and Bobby van Jaarsveld. Now let's take a look at some of the auditions that we have received so far.
What up, Tropica fam? My name is Vasiame Kompiri, aka Princess Diana wa TikTok, and I am 20 years of age. What makes me a great match for one of you celebs? Well, I am beautiful, especially inside, and thus I'll be a great personality for your screens. I'm an athlete and an academic, and thus I'm ready for any physical or mental challenge that will be thrown my way. Finally, I'm competitive, because who doesn't want to win that smooth 1 million rand? Goodbye for now, but I can't wait to say hello on that island of treasure.
Hi, I'm JB van der Schijf and I enjoy adventure. Oh wait, I sense a Tropica in danger. Wow, if I'm willing to go through all of that for this innocent life of the Tropica, can you just imagine what I'm willing to do to win that 1 million rand? Tropica, I'll see you there.
I will make use of my communication skills, adaptability, my face card that never declines to distract my opponents in order to ensure that I get through this competition. I am always looking for ways to think outside the box so that I can achieve my objectives, making me an extremely strategic threat. My intelligence, good looks, and humility will be key in this competition. So what are you waiting for? Christmas? Choose the smoothest option here by choosing me, South Africa's sweetheart, Ethan Bob McKay, and I'll see you on the island.
That was amazing. Sorry, we're having a giggle. We need to fill everyone in why we're giggling. Oh. Those were some brilliant auditions. We absolutely loved it. I love the action pack. I love the confidence. I love everything about it. And of course, if you would love to join the team on that Tropica Island of Treasure, Island of Zanzibar, well, you've got to upload your auditions to social media. We've just given you a taste of what some of the auditions you're up against. So if you're going to post yours, tag at MyTropica and use that hashtag Tropica for them to find your entry. And that's how you stand a chance to head to the island.
All right, so you can also email your audition, tropicaauditions@gmail.com, or upload it using the link found on the MyTropica pages, and just make sure that you can run. Very important.
Definitely. And remember, if you are one of the 7 chosen contestants to head to the island, you will also receive 10,000 Rand before even getting to Zanzibar, and that is all courtesy of Deep Heat. Now, auditions will close on the 5th of May, so get those audition videos in. This is your chance to win your share of 1 million Rand. Now, that is absolutely smooth. There are some T's and C's that apply.
We're in Zanzibar for Tropica Island of Treasure. Are you? Did you just swim here from South Africa? There's an easier way to find fame and your share of a smooth 1 million Rand fortune. Simply upload your audition to social media, explain why you're a match for our celebs. Add the hashtag Tropica and tag at MyTropica, and we could see you in Zanzibar. Buy a Tropica now and enter to be on the island.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's Expresso here on S3. So, adventurers, listen up. Wind-breaking puffer jackets. Let's go to maybe waterproof shell jackets. Cape Union Mart has the perfect outdoor companion to keep you covered for every adventure and weather type, and we are going to look at some of the K-Way jackets exclusive to Cape Union Mart, your one-stop outdoor destination for all gear and apparel. Now, joining us once again is the very talented technical product specialist and assistant buyer, Pierre Pinar, who is here to tell us about the different types of jackets you can get down with. It's important to mention that. Pierre, good morning. You good?
Thank you, Carl. Good to be back.
Lovely, man.
I missed you, man.
I missed you too, but now we get to bromance it out again because I'm hearing there's different types of down jackets that you have, and I'm hearing creek down.
Yes.
And then there's also something called robin down.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. It sounds very strange to me, but explain the differences between these types of jackets.
Yeah, fantastic. So the creek and the robin is just the name of the jacket so that we can differentiate between different styles.
Yes.
But down, firstly, is the plumage feather of aquatic birds, mostly geese or duck.
Okay.
And yeah, it is the best insulator on the planet. Now,
makes sense, they live in water.
That's right.
Right.
And so the outer feather keeps the water out, and the inner feather traps that body heat to keep the animal warm. Now, the different downs that are available, firstly, I need to speak about something that we use. It's called ethically sourced down.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to put a downer on your morning this morning, but
Thank you.
If you want to go and search live plucking and go and search foie gras, it is absolutely horrible.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And yeah, we only exclusively use ethically sourced down, which means that all of the animals were well treated on the farms that they were raised.
And that's how you ensure sustainability as well, which is vital. I know that. So this is important. I'm also hearing, you know, when you speak about cars, you get horsepower.
Yes.
And I'm seeing on your jackets you have something called 650 FP.
That's
so
right.
I thought, what is this? Is this feather power? But it turns out it's full power. Tell us a bit more about this.
So full power is, yes, it's a term that's loosely thrown around, and I can speak about it for a half an hour. So I'm going to try and explain it to you in layman's terms.
There we go.
So full power refers to the down's ability to fill space. So 650 full power is a very good quality full power. A 450 does not fill space as well as a 650.
Great.
Our Expedition Series jackets go up to an 850 full power. But full power is not the only metric that you should use when comparing jackets. You should look at full weight as well. So 100 grams of 650 full power will work similar to 80 grams of 850 full power.
Yes.
Now, obviously, 100 grams is more heavy, so we want the jackets to be as lightweight as possible and trap your body heat as efficiently as possible. So the most popular jacket in South Africa is the 650 full power, and for those extremists out there, they'll go for the 850 full power, where you need that extra performance, extra compression, and superior loft. Loft is the fluffiness of the down.
Well, let's talk about these jackets. I mean, you have a few that you can show us behind you as well. Maybe you can take us through about the, you know, the full power of each, perhaps, just in your range next to you. Whichever one you want to pick up, I'm looking forward to just taking a look. So this one looks rather thin.
Yes.
But I can feel texturally there is some density within the walls of that jacket. So what is this one here?
So this is the 650 full power. This is the creek that you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
And I'm very proud of this particular jacket because there's a company in Europe called Redown. What they do is they take old down duvets and old pillows and old sleeping bags and they collect them, they sterilize them, they wash them, and they create a down as good as the virgin product without new animal input. So there's no new animals in there, and K-Way is the first brand in South Africa, first and only brand that uses Redown, and it's for that customer that really doesn't want any new animal input in their jacket.
Sustainability once again.
Very, very proud of it. So lightweight, highly compressible, and super warm, perfect for the South African conditions.
That is perfect, and I can tell it's very lightweight as well, which is super important there. Anything else you want to give me a show? I mean, this one looks great over here at the range. This one right over there, a quick one, because I'm liking the color of this too.
There's a black one available as well, so black is our core color, but we like to bring in brightness. We want our customers to be excited. There's even a new brand that we launched a couple of years ago called Mixie. That's for the younger customer.
Yeah.
That's where we bring in super bright colors. But this particular jacket is for the person who wants no animal input in their jacket.
Ah, great.
So what we've introduced here is something called Primaloft. Primaloft became famous when they started making insulation for spacesuits. So the astronauts were actually wetting the down from the inside of the spacesuits due to that very high G-forces that it takes to launch them into space. And down becomes completely useless when it gets wet. In the case of Primaloft, because it's a premium synthetic, it can insulate even when wet.
This is crazy. This is amazing. Pierre, thank you so much. You've shown us an incredible range, but I think what's more important is that your range comes with sustainability, which is vitally important. So thank you very much for sharing today. We're looking forward to trying on those jackets, available exclusively at Cape Union Mart. That's the excellence of Pierre, as always. Stay connected by adventure. And be sure to head on over to a Cape Union Mart online or in-store, as they have a promotion running where they are offering 250 Rand off selected K-Way down puffer jackets. And that's valid until this Sunday, 28 April. So don't miss it. Browse online at capeunionmart.co.za or step in store.
Wow.
Oh, well, listening to all of that just makes me keen for an adventure.
Yeah.
And this week on Top Travel, Fez and Anesu, they explore Lesotho. Now, this season of adventure is brought to you by Halls, giving the two hosts the chance to refresh and refocus to take on the moments.
So here's a sneak peek into the adventures of this week.
Channel your inner adventurer on Top Travel this Saturday night at 8:30 on S3 as we discover Lesotho.
Join us in the Lesotho Mountains to see how we do top travel.
Clearly, you don't want to miss it. You got to be kicking with us. Waterfalls, mountains, kingdom in the sky. Tune in to see what we get up to.
That's Top Travel this Saturday night.
Oh.
Wow, that is excellent, and I love the fun that Fez and Anesu have, and this time they stay at the Maliba Lodge, Lesotho's first and only 5-star eco lodge, nestled in between Lesotho's lush green mountains. And whether you're seeking adventure or simply craving a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, Maliba Lodge promises an experience that will stay with you long after you've left.
Oh, and while enjoying their stay, Fez and Anesu went horse riding through Lesotho mountains with iconic Sotho blankets and hats. Now, they experienced a cultural Sotho dance and song celebration, archery, a visit with traditional healer, and a viewing of a dino footprint uncovered on the riverbed.
Absolutely beautiful stuff over there. So Top Travel is Saturdays at 8:30 p.m. with repeats on Sundays at 1:30 p.m. on S3. So do remember, you stand a chance to win a trip to Amsterdam with KLM, Royal Dutch Airlines. And here's how.
Breathe for it with Halls. Refresh and refocus with a trip of a lifetime. Stand your chance of winning a trip to Amsterdam with 2 return economy tickets on KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and 20,000 Rand spending money. KLM invites you to take a seat on board. Enjoy the snacks and drinks that are included in your ticket, charge your phone, connect to Wi-Fi, or watch a movie. To enter, tell us what you love most about traveling. Comment on Top Travel's competition social posts using hashtag TopTravelTV and hashtag Halls. Breathe for it. T's and C's apply.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it is a very special one indeed. Now we have a breakfast show from True FM on the couch. We have Sinazo, we have Boys, as well as Luyolo, who is here, and we're about to play another round of Guess the Meal. Now today we are playing the butter edition because butter really makes everything so much better. And I'm going to show my contenders a series of sweet and savory mystery dishes that are either served with butter or made with butter, and they need to tell me what they think the dish is. Now that is really how quick and easy it is. You'll also be able to enjoy some of that buttery goodness, enjoy some scones with cheese on it, and this is obviously made with Clover's Mooi River butter and cheese. So for the team, you guys can enjoy while we snack. So how it's going to happen is on the screen, there's going to be a blurred out image. I'll give you a clue and you need to guess. So first one to guess correctly will get the point. Are you ready?
I thought we were going to eat the food.
You get to enjoy the one in front of you in your hand. So let's take a look at our first mystery image. It is blurred, but what do you think that is? And here's your clue. The answer is closer than you think.
A scone.
A scone.
I think Sinazo takes this one.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Yes, it is.
It's a scone.
Do you say a scone or a scone?
I say scone.
Scone. Scone.
Wow.
Okay. Well done. 1 point to our lady, the leading lady.
Roast chicken.
That's chicken.
Okay.
Wait,
my
the
clue.
game hasn't started. What's
Well, my clue is it tastes like home.
Chicken.
Okay. What do you think?
I said roast chicken a lot.
Luyolo, what do you think?
I think it's a beef stew.
Okay, let's see what the correct answer is because we've got different answers here.
Roast chicken! Luyolo, are you okay?
I'm eating, bro.
Okay. We got 1 point each except for Luyolo. You must join the game now, okay?
Okay.
Next
Pressure.
one, let's get that one up.
It's a pie.
Wait.
Do you want a clue?
Sorry.
Give me a clue.
You can call me basic, but you'll always rely on me.
Oh, no.
That's not a clue.
You can stick to your answer if you want to. I know it's not a clue.
A pie.
I'll stick to my pie. I said
You're
pie
going to say
first.
to a pie?
No,
You also
You know
both can say pie?
Yes, I'm
Are
also
those
saying
grapes
pie.
on the sides,
Pie
Nazo?
and grapes.
Yeah, man.
It looks like grapes.
Wait,
Nazo.
I want to say bread.
Bread.
Say bread.
Yeah, I want to say bread.
All right, let's
Whatever
see.
point it is, it's coming to me.
Crackers.
That's
I
not a
think
pie.
that was closer. You were close, but like, you know,
Give me one
some
more.
cheese and crackers
Please.
with some butter. Okay, no one gets that point. Let's get one more. Let's put it on the
Luyolo,
the
please
board.
focus.
Oh, that's
Okay.
easy.
What do you think that is? Do you
Oh,
want
it's
your
not so
clue?
easy anymore.
You're a pro if you can make me.
Okay, this is a
it's a cake.
sandwich, like a tramazzini, like panini, pita bread type of vibe. It's bread.
Okay.
It's a sandwich.
It's a
With
sandwich.
mayo.
With mayo.
You can see the mayo from here?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a sandwich.
That's carrots.
A mayo
Okay.
sandwich.
Isn't that a
Chicken
cake?
mayo.
Chicken mayo. Okay, so we're all going for
Grilled
sandwiches?
on the side. I can see. Ooh, you know
also
what?
a cake idea.
I can smell the butter they use to butter it on the outside
was
to
the
grill
clue?
it.
So your clue was, let's just go back to our clue over there.
You're a pro.
You're a
if you,
pro if you can make me.
It's a
Okay.
cake.
Isn't that a cake?
Panini.
Okay, here's the answer.
Tramazzini and a cake.
Puff pastry.
Oh.
Isn't that a pie?
Wait, what happened
That's
to
part
your
of a
pie
pie.
idea?
I did
part
say
of a
pie.
pie.
A point for me. I said a
No,
pie.
you just say pie.
I did.
No,
I feel like we can't be dishing out points everywhere.
I know.
I said pie, right?
Ah,
you didn't say
did
pie.
say
I can't
pie, but-
agree with you on that.
But it's puff
Sorry.
pastry. You can make other things with puff pastry too. I'm sorry, I can't give you the full point. How about half a point?
I'll take it.
He's on the scoreboard.
I'm on the scoreboard.
That's
I was
all
here.
that matters. Okay, let's see if we can get a winner. Here is your last one for this
Bacon.
morning.
No,
Okay.
that is a pudding. It's a dessert, like a malva pudding, sticky toffee pudding, those kind of vibes.
Just remember, I'm going to remind you again that every image we're showing you can either be made with butter or served with butter. So keep that in mind. And here's your clue. You can eat me as is or baste me in some butter.
Lamb shank.
Ooh. Do you baste your lamb shank in butter?
I don't cook.
I'm gonna
You don't
try
cook?
that when I get. You know what? Let me not try that when I get home. I want to say it's a dessert. I'm thinking like
it should be dessert.
a sticky toffee pudding or a malva pudding. Like
I saw a stick,
it's giving
alright.
it's giving
I see a
sweet.
stick.
Boys, a final guess?
I don't desserts, but I'm not sure which one.
Okay, let's see. Let's reveal the answer.
No
Butter basted
ways.
steak.
You were close.
You were closest.
Can I get my half again?
We can get your half.
Now I have a full point.
You have a full point.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, it's a tie. True breakfast. You guys are champions.
We're all winners again.
Winners.
Every time we come here, we win something.
Well, you
Like
guys
the-
are winners in our hearts.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Oh, well, thank you to
Well,
True FM Breakfast for
cheers.
joining us.
Guys.
Now you can enjoy your scones. Feel free to
Already
share
did.
because he's already eaten his. But we would love to hear from you. What is your favorite dish that you love to add that extra bit of butter to? Connect with us online and let us know.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.
So I feel like you need some entertainment just to get you into the weekend, and I hope that you love my new shades. They are from Sunglass Hut, freshly purchased. I might add a bit of a rock star look that I chose because you're about to get rocking with some talented individuals. And of course, Ray-Ban has teamed up with musician and style icon Lenny Kravitz, who does not age, for the latest Ray-Ban Reverse collection. Reversing like his age, this makes sense. The design shifts from the traditional convex to concave lens, which is unique, while maintaining the timeless style. The collaboration with Lenny Kravitz, who is regarded as a preeminent rock musician of our time and transcends genre convention and style, is the perfect match. So Sunglass Hut is so excited about the collaboration between an icon and an idol that they actually held a media event celebrating the music of Lenny Kravitz, and there was a talented performer that was all over my timeline. A group of individuals, Orion Winter and the Timers, who took guests on a journey of the Lenny Kravitz catalogue, and they are here today because I invited them because I loved it so much to perform a medley of two of his songs, and those songs are Again and Fly Away. And I'm glad you haven't flown away because you're about to get them now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's go!
Searching for you. I heard a cry within my soul that I've never had a yearning quite like this before. Now that you are walking right through my door, all of my life. Where have you been? I wonder if I'll ever see you again. And if that day comes, I know we could win. I wonder if I'll ever see you again. I wish that I could fly into the sky so very high, yeah, just like a dragonfly. I'd fly above the trees, over the seas, and all the breeze, to anywhere I please. Oh, yeah. I want to get away. I wanna fly.
and Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.
Another feel-good production.